Oh.
Hey, I
Hi,
can't
Craig.
see anything.
Oh,
There's
the
Craig.
buddy. It's Craig.
Now it's Craig.
Craig. The deepest of space. Craig is alone for a
The
while.
fun has arrived.
First the Mass Effect music and then Craig.
Right, so last time.
Creepy eyes blinked and zapped out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
Scary robotic eyes.
Don't see that every day.
So yeah, the eyes disappear from the pattern, and I don't remember exactly what the context was of that, other than that you were looking through the
We're
diagnostics computer.
rebooting the computer system.
Yeah, Eliza just rebooted it. And it shut off after the eyes blinked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you the system comes back online, and there is a full diagnostics readout of the music has a dramatic a full diagnostics readout.
Take no.
Good luck with this one.
Dream.
I'm already nervous.
Daniel,
Okay.
Daniel
Hold
knows
it
the
right
horrors
there.
of IT.
You got a bug.
Yes.
I'm so young.
I've seen things.
Yes.
Once it's heroes you can't imagine. Nah.
Yeah. I've seen things. Things no man should have to turn off and on again.
Yeah.
Scary place.
Yeah, the system returns, and the diagnostics readout is a little difficult to actually understand without understanding all of the functions of the gate, but as you look through it, you can tell that pretty much all of the systems of the gate seem to be online as they should be. There is a huge amount of power draw to the gate systems, the ones that actually handle the transporting of matter.
Even though they're not doing anything.
This music is way too intense.
That's
Right
true,
now.
I was like,
Right, it's like,
what does this mean?
Yeah.
Unlimited
This is-
power.
This is the track order in the soundtrack, and so what we get. Atmos, skip this one. We'll come back to you.
It's okay. I can change it later.
So far, this sounds more mysterious and less like ah.
more
Some
ice
waggle waggle.
mystery.
I speak with dead people.
I do actually.
You do.
I do. It's,
You really
it's one of
do.
my, it's one of my talents. I speak with the dead.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
as a matter of fact.
I haven't tried it yet, but I can.
Always gotta have someone who can speak with the dead. It's
It's
very
always
helpful.
Yeah, true. Okay, so everything looks like it's green light across the board. It's just pulling massive amounts of power, even though nothing's on. Is that right?
Yes, the so much power that most of the gate's systems are currently on auxiliary power, even though there is full power draw from the generators.
Whoa.
Curious.
Thing. Not gonna do a dang old thing.
Okay. So is it like a touch interface, like we can like interact with it, or is it more of just like a dialogue?
It's mostly just a dialogue, but it can be interacted with. It's
I was gonna like try and like poke at some of the systems that are drawing the most power and see if I like pause them, turn them off, type thing. See if it changes.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah.
So what we do every day.
But yeah. So what are you trying exactly? I was checking something and only half heard.
No, it's good. I was trying to see if like I could turn off one of the systems that are pulling like the most power, like not like life support or anything. What I need like the power, but like find the one that's pulling the most power and just see if I can just like turn it off and turn it back on. See if there's any change.
Yeah, the system that is pulling the most power is the actual transport function of the gate. That should be what would carry matter between gates. It says when you try to turn it off that you don't have access. Basically, you're not.
Fair enough.
Like it's locked behind an administrative wall, and so there's.
Hack it, hack it, hack it.
Oh! I want to try and hack it.
Okay.
Hack it, hack it, hack it.
Can you hack it?
Kill Chauncey.
Can I use the trait disguise? Many places only allow exclusive individuals within their walls. Fortunately for you, you know how to be anyone.
I don't think you can disguise yourself from the computer. Like it's not a bouncer.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Knowledge addict?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So that's at least 5. I assume it's a knowledge roll.
Time and hacking.
Yes, flame challenge 2.
2?
Yes.
Bueno.
Largely because that is the only flame challenge card I have in my hand right now, and I don't really want to try to trade out and give you an auto success. So.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Are there any windows in the command that like looking out to the gate?
No, you're pretty deep in the
Okay.
the inner workings of the gate, so this is like the.
Can I get one for being overconfident?
You might be able to lose one. For
Yeah, I was like, that might not be a good thing.
Okay.
If it was a weapon, I could hack it.
Willy-nilly. Yeah. Maybe someone's turning it into a weapon.
It is me. I'm just kidding.
I got a weave and flame.
Woo.
Yay!
Okay. I win.
Victory.
Nice.
I'm glad because if you had like failed or gotten a strike, it would have been your last strike, and I would have had to figure out a way to take you out of the scene. Like,
Yep.
Robot comes unconscious and knocks you unconscious. No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somehow, in spite of the fact that it is bound up with.
In my
pieces of
efforts to
wall.
hack it, I got electrocuted, and I'm out
Nobody
for the
wins in the
scene.
headbutt.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey.
Nope, I'm out. Bye.
Smells like barbecue.
Yeah, so you are able to get into the system, and you are able to at least look at what is going on. It's still there are such layers of security around whatever program is currently sending power to the transport system that there are just walls after walls after walls. You won't be able to actually get in there, but you're able to get a look at what is happening. And you pretty quickly realize that the reason the research teams that have been working here for a year now have been unable to figure out why the gates aren't functioning is that the gates are functioning. They're still operating. The non-functional gates are working, and that familiar shimmer effect that you've been seeing, that you've been used to, like whenever that is working, that represents the potential energy being stored within the systems, and that energy is used up whenever a physical object is moved between gates. There were never gaps seen in it because it's restored so quickly that less than a Planck time passes before it's replaced. It's basically always there. However, this gate is sending it's sending particles to another gate so quickly and in such numbers that the pulses of energy are just constantly gone.
Hey, Chris just jumped on.
Hey!
Hello!
What's up?
Not much, just got in.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Join us.
One of us. One of us.
I was just gonna say that.
If we need, I can just listen in on this one. Like,
It'd
You can
probably
jump
be
in.
It'd probably
Okay.
be a pretty good place to add you in.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
We like just
totally.
started actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good timing.
Sweet.
We're behind schedule a little bit. Out of curiosity, do you guys remember which story cards you got last time? Because I'd like to use the ones that weren't used for character creation first. We can double up if we need
Let me
to.
look.
Cool.
Cool.
So,
Yay.
do I read my backstory?
I don't necessarily need your extra account to even everything out now, because
I know, right? It's fantastical. Really might have taken recording though.
Whoa.
That's what gets me in there.
Ah, there you are. Woohoo!
I know, it's kind of nice. If I didn't mind everybody being really big and me being really small on the side, then, you know,
Right. Yeah.
I want everybody to have equal screen time, even though, you know. Yeah, so what's your name? What's your backstory? Tell us about yourself.
Okay, so it didn't let me type in my last name, but my name is Zafis.
Sophie?
Zavis?
Yeah, Z-A... yeah, Z-A-V-I-S, Zavis.
Here, can you put it in your? You can change your name
on
in
top of
Talkie,
it,
right above your
Your
little
little window
thing.
over there?
Yeah.
And then we can refer to you so easily. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice. Because then in the top left of your screen for us, it'll show
Okay.
Your name.
your name. Your name, bro.
Ah.
And you can put your last name in Talkie,
Yeah.
even if it's not in
Okay,
Leaf.
cool.
The Beast.
Okay, let's see.
You're also a wealthy hedonist.
Yeah, I think I picked
Yeah!
the wrong one. Oh well.
That's okay.
It's okay, we're both filthy rich. It's all good.
You can have two wealthy hedonists. It's-
I did this so quick, I was like,
Is it gonna hurt anything?
It's all good.
there's Taki. Okay, there's Taki. Where do I change my name?
So on the left-hand column, your little picture, just
Uh-huh.
above, there's a little
Oh, cool.
gray bar. I'm like looking at my picture, like right here.
Yeah.
Up here.
That one.
Yeah. Zavis.
Zavis. But we don't know that yet because we haven't met him.
Sure. But yeah, continue. Fun. Zavis.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm
Nice.
Zavis Verdon. I am touched by the interstellar medium.
Ooh.
So
Psychic.
I feel the energy between the star seeps in every now and then, and caresses you with fingers of darkness, and last told you.
Eat a bad guy. Just kidding.
He's
Okay, so I
space
have a sense of wholeness, of power, and a hunger that grows in me. So I'm kind of like relearning these with you guys.
No,
So
you're
I'm
doing great. Keep it up.
I was a gate tender at a highly trafficked world.
Gate tender.
You were on the Ion?
Ion?
At
Yeah.
IO. Yeah.
On Ion,
Ion.
gate tender at IO. You saw millions of
Nice.
ships go through. You recognize the mannerisms and habits of smugglers, criminals, high-end officials, nobles, and anyone else who frequently travels between worlds. I am a successful peace negotiator during a siege. I made peace with some nomadic ship tribe,
Cool.
and that led me to realize that things can be resolved peacefully, and I was good with that, and I accidentally chose that I'm super wealthy.
Way to be wealthy.
Yes.
Gate tender. It's just like
Gate tenders. Got it.
so. I imagine now that you're super wealthy, you choose gate tender as your profession because you're like, I'm just wealthy. I want to do nothing. Let's go guard a gate.
I can do whatever I want.
Just because
I'm also on a government watch list, so I feel like I do kind of.
That's probably why.
I'll represent.
And they're gonna sneak over here.
Yeah. So I feel like I got that amongst not the most meanest of means, but I have a false passport, so it works out.
Hey, that'll work.
Do I read like my talents and stuff, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to.
If you
Okay.
yeah.
You don't have
I mean,
to
this
if you
helps
don't
me
want
because
to.
I did this so quickly. Okay, I have a keen eye, so rumors of the Ortians?
Yeah, oceans, like
keep-
people from out, like people or creatures from out in the Oort cloud beyond the edges of the solar system.
Bang cloudies, going in and stealing our jobs. Anyway,
Nice.
Yes.
I can say those things. My mom's an immigrant. Okay. I'm just kidding. So I'm alert at all times, and I
Remotes
notice
from
small
beyond the
details
Oort
of
cloud.
stuff. So yeah, I'm alert, and I notice small things that others don't. I have the gift of dusk, so weird energies. Weird beings manifest mystical ways through me.
Yeah,
Cool.
stuff's weird out beyond the Oort cloud, and so apparently, at some point you must have like gone out beyond the Oort cloud, or have been visited by something from out beyond there.
Okay.
And so you just had been. You've been changed.
Chris, we're both from Io.
I'm a
They hate me.
sharpshooter.
Ooh.
So during my service in the Navy, my rifle never left my side. So I basically have really good marksmanship. Vigilant. Spent a good amount of spent a good amount of time patrolling the skies of your homeworld and sending guard aboard a ship so nothing escapes your watchful eyes. And psychiatrist. Others may collapse in anxiety and fear, but you do not. You're made of sterner stuff. You have the ability to calm others and soothe their fears. Healing psychic trauma and restoring mental damage.
Nice.
So you're a sharpshooting space psychiatrist who guarded the gate and apparently has been outside the Oort cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are well traveled, my friend. That's what you get for being so rich.
That's what I get for being on such a time crunch.
That's right.
It's
Okay,
just
flaws-
all over the place. It's part of the,
Yeah.
the fun of
Flaws,
this.
I'm on a government watch list. So, some crime you committed in the past. You're on a no gate list. Now every time you pass through a gate, the gate tender catches your ID and prohibits your travel. The only way for you to use gates is to do so illegally. And I have
That's how you work
shattered
Is
faith.
that why you're no longer a gate tender? Because you got, like,
Because you
Can't travel
got
through them, so he
busted.
works on them.
did you like try to blow up your
Right,
own
yeah.
gate or something?
And Shattered Faith, you spent your whole life devoted to a particular deity or philosophy, the extinction of the human race on the horizon. Your faith has come into question. You are desperate for meaning and purpose in a terminal world. Your outlook is bleak, and you go to great lengths to try and justify things from your religious perspective, but ultimately you are defeated inside, giving up when it all seems lost.
Wow. So you keep it together, but you're giving up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I really, really like just.
I love it. It's such like a.
My
white
signature move is
character.
Blinker, so I can teleport.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And my inventory is a service pistol, a compact, powerful laser pistol with a slim profile and a false passport.
Whoa.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
So
Very cool. Hey, David, I had a question about one of my flaws.
Yeah.
The contacted flaw, it was like getting messages from somewhere beyond the solar system, and it said that what those messages mean and entail is up to you, and just that they're uncontrollable and whatever, and I just didn't know what to do about that.
Yeah. I'm not sure. That is. I'd actually kind of forgotten about that bit and hadn't come up with any points to bring it in, but we'll see if anything
Okay.
feels like a good moment for. Nope.
Oh no!
Oh, what happened?
Are we okay?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Now you're back.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything
Now you're
kind of
good.
froze up for a second there.
Ah! Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
froze.
Yeah. Everything on my end froze up for a second. So.
Ooh.
Good now?
I seem to do okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, if there's a moment that I feel like it is appropriate to bring that up, we'll drop it in there. And
Cool.
Ooh.
So are all these things like current things, or are these like just things from the past that can lead up till now?
Yes.
yeah, those
Yep.
are like,
Kind of. Whatever.
Little call me, little combi.
yeah. Generally, stuff in your backstory is stuff that happened to you somewhere in the past, and stuff in your talents that kind of hints, and your flaws that hints at where you come from is just kind of the dots that the game gives you to connect to build your character. So, you're actually a little less space Jisu than everyone else is space Vampire characters. Because
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, it's so
there's-
funny.
There's a
Wait,
little
what?
bit there.
Oh, I'm kind of space Jisu.
A little bit, but not so much as
Not to
everyone
the
else is
extent
doing.
of everybody
Not-
else, though.
Yeah, you haven't.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the crap I'm planning with Jisu lately. David knows a little. Okay, so I think I'm gonna say this for my backstory. I was a gate tender, but I kind of got into working like illegal stuff, which shall be on hold for now. and then something illegal got it, so I'm on the watch list.
Okay.
Nice.
That's what I got right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I was in the Navy
I'm-
back in the day too. So, I mean, you could be like on the watch list, and I jump on my ship to get away from everybody.
Yeah.
Just
Ooh.
saying.
Do we know how Io is?
Do we know how it is?
Io's a planet.
Well, yeah.
Or
yeah.
like a
Is it like
place.
the moon of
militaristic?
Jupiter.
Is it like chill? Is it?
There's a lot of mining on Io, because I was a miner there.
Okay.
Yeah. Io is.
I mean, you grew up there, or
Yeah.
miners,
Well,
not
I
miners.
mean, I don't know. But,
Io.
oh.
Io
I
is
get
the.
it.
Io's the first
Probably
moon
started
of
when I was
Jupiter.
young.
Huh?
Io is the first moon of Jupiter.
Oh, the freaking Jupiter moon. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Freaking-
like a lot of the
Oh, jeez. Whoa.
nice.
I like it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Jovian Ascendancy is like there are basically 7 kingdoms of humanity scattered through the solar system. Earth is pretty dead. There are just a bunch of like roving barbarian tribes there. But the Jovian Ascendancy is generally considered the most prosperous and the most civilized of the kingdoms, and that is Jupiter and all its holdings, and so Io, Ganymede. It's kind of the cultural center of the solar system after everything that's gone down. Neptune is like a corporatocracy, like it's a cyberpunk kingdom ruled by a council of CEOs. There's let's see, the Malaeus Imperium is like the super military focused bloodthirsty warrior nation of Mars. And,
Just like last time.
yeah.
Yeah, what is it with you and blowing up Mars?
Well, they were militaristic last time.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But last time that was more my idea, and this time it's just one of the things in the playset.
Now it's just a thing.
It's true.
Okay, I will try and piece this all together at the
Yeah,
center
there's-
of stuff.
Yeah, there's the Uranian Federation, which is basically Uranus and its moons are like space North Korea. They are they're a totalitarian police state. They keep all their news private, and they broadcast out a bunch of fake propaganda about how great their citizens are doing to the rest of the solar system. And
Who is this that does this?
Uranus.
yeah, Uranus and its moons are
Neptune?
the Uranian
Oh,
Federation.
okay.
The belt is not really like the asteroid belt isn't really affiliated with any of the 7 kingdoms. It's just a bunch of tiny colonies and millions of people. It's pretty lawless out there. Lots of raiding pirates. I'm trying to find in the glossary the things to give you enough of an idea.
And the Earth is dying? I mean, the world.
Oh,
the
Earth's,
universe.
Earth is
Earth's
dead.
dead. Like,
I
Earth
mean, the
is-
universe. The universe is like.
Oh yeah, Dead Earth. That's where I got these scars.
Yeah, it's kind
Was
of
Dead Earth.
it's kind of inclined, like, just it's not specified, but it's kind of hinted in a lot of the different themes, no matter what story you're playing in this playset, that things aren't so great for the solar system right now in general. Like, there are doomsday cults and stuff like that out there, and things just aren't really doing their best.
I almost
Should I
had my own cult.
Should I change my flaw really quick, or is that like? Is it fine?
Yeah, it's set in stone now, I think.
You're good,
I
bro.
don't think
That's
you can
you.
change it at this point.
Okay.
Yep.
I
Y'all.
yeah. I didn't read the part where I fail when everything else does. I thought it was just like I'm dead inside.
Yeah.
You can hide it deep down.
I'm gonna say, you're like, haha, I am a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, let's see, like, Saturn is the seat of the Cronian Republic, which is functionally like medieval Japan. They just don't interact with the other worlds. They kind of are reclusive and stick to themselves and don't interact with the rest of the kingdoms when they can help it.
Oh, the light's bright. Okay.
Okay, well, next time I'll do it when I have more time.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. It like this.
Fine.
It's okay to have a character that's a little mixed up. That is not a problem.
I have faith in tons of other people, just not myself.
Yeah. Let's see.
Get others to do it.
I can fix everybody. Except for me.
Yeah.
But not myself.
I can.
Yeah, just kind of
Yeah, yeah.
general
That's
history
fine.
stuff.
But I won't.
There was the Wanderer incident about 500 years ago. An alien ship appeared in the sky above Ganymede, which is one of the most populated worlds. It's as a moon of Jupiter. It's one of the most. I think Ganymede is basically considered the like New York City of the solar system.
Okay.
And
That's where I'm from.
an alien ship showed up in the sky there, broadcasted a mysterious signal, and then disappeared and has not been seen since. That was 500 years ago. And other stuff we'll just kind of, if we need to come back to it, we'll come back to it. The gates are like huge, incredibly complex structures that allow teleportation across the solar system. They're a network of very old, very expensive, very well protected, and very unstable things that were built sometime like in the pretty distant past after we left Earth, but before everything was all set in stone like it is now. And part of the big problem in our current story is that the gates have one by one stopped functioning.
Okay.
Everybody's currently on board the new Oberon gate, which was the first gate to cease operating about 1 year ago. Since then, 7 other gates have also been lost. The economy is starting to hurt throughout the solar system, and a lot of specific planets have really suffered as a result because trade has been disrupted. It's a lot slower to travel without the gates. It's a lot more expensive to travel without the gates. And so the governments of the 7 kingdoms have started panicking, and a few of them have been gathering teams to investigate these disruptions, and you guys are one of those teams. Although you follow on the footsteps of a bunch of other teams of agents that were kind of secretly sent out and disappeared or turned up dead. So things have not been good for the other people. Oh yeah, casings. Casings are basically like skeletal robot bodies that are usually used as servants or as, like, manual labor, that kind of thing. They're pumped out by the truckload. They're cheap to manufacture, endlessly useful. Humans often buy them to use them for various labor or help, but AIs do also occasionally go searching for bodies of their own, and will use casings for that purpose.
Cool.
And we have one tied up in the little room we're in.
Oh, there?
Yes.
Okay, I think
Did we bring him into the room with us, or did we take him back to the ship?
I think you hauled him back to the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really quick,
I didn't remember the part.
I think I figured out my backstory. Okay, so I started out just studying kind of like psychology stuff when I enlisted in the Navy. I did some stuff there for a while, then finally at a battle, because I'm a psychiatrist, I know psychology and stuff, I worked and did that peace negotiation thing with that nomadic ship or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I was transferred from the military Navy to kind of more like as a gate tender person, but I kind of fell into like a crack criminal stuff, and
I have a thought on that.
Yep.
What if he was helping get off Io?
What was that? That didn't come.
What
through.
if he was helping art casters get off Io?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
with Darkcasters.
Artcasters. That's another thing that you should know. Artcasters.
that what he said?
Basically, there was something called the Great Storm. A nebula passed through the solar system about a decade ago. An ionized nebula. It killed millions of people on its way through, but thousands of others did survive but were mutated by it. So Artcasters are individuals with lightning-based, almost magical powers given to them by the Great Storm. I'd say that probably to some degree they are this setting's stand-in for like Jedi. They're the kind of space wizards that exist in this.
And
They were the Jedi? I thought you said the Archangels were. the
Yeah,
Jedi.
actually, the Archangels would probably fit that better because they actually carry functionally lightsabers. But they split up the magic powers thing into the Artcasters and the laser swords.
The Jedi and Sith.
Yeah. Divide one for you, and one for you, and one for you.
And the Artcasters, a lot of people are afraid of them, and so there's a government agency that claims to research and rehabilitate them, but actually kidnaps them and runs experiments on them and that sort of thing. So,
Okay. Yeah, cool. I'm down for that.
yeah, there's been kind of, we hinted at the idea of sort of an underground railroad kind of thing of people trying to rescue and protect art casters.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. And then, I mean, with some other kind of shady stuff.
I like you already.
With like some shady stuff on the side, but like mostly, yeah, that. And then eventually, like while I was out there, that void or something got me, and like I saw something really messed me up, and that's why I lost faith in humanity and stuff. And yeah,
Cool.
cool. That makes sense.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, if you're technically not supposed to be allowed to travel via the gates, I would imagine if you were on board here with the research team, it's probably under an assumed identity.
Yeah, I have a false. I have a fake passport.
Yeah, you would also be known to be knowledgeable about the gates, having been a gate tender, so it's entirely possible that the government could have just been like, fine, go look into it, see if you can figure out what's wrong. And maybe if you figure it out, we'll like give you the rights to travel back.
Pardon.
Cool. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
Nice.
so we'll bring you into it very shortly. The rest of you are just kind of trying to figure
so
out.
confused.
Yeah. We'll explain stuff as we go along.
It'll work
Should be
out.
these guys. Okay.
Yeah. But you guys are running diagnostics on the gate and looking over the information. You found that the power was being drawn very specifically to send massive numbers of tiny particles between gates, mostly. However, looking at the pattern, you can see that some of them are being sent off somewhere in a totally different direction, not towards other gates, but instead somewhere inward, further into the solar system.
Whoa.
Hmm.
That's not good.
Do you see like the trajectory of where those are going
They're
currently?
the general direction of the belt. You're not super clear on an exact location. That would take a little more like looking into it.
Can we tell, like, as far as what is going through, or is it just particles?
Just tiny particles, like subatomic particles, are being sent, and in such numbers and at such a rate that it is eating up all of the power of the gate functioning.
Awesome. Sending it through. Okay.
Let's see, we used this earlier, so I need to
Nice.
recall that to the deck. And deal another one to myself. And let's see, I should also recall. Not that one. I don't know.
Tonte lucky.
Cool.
I would recall the two that Chris has, but
So what?
The two challenge cards
Challenge
that you
cards.
have, drag them out of your hand and onto the table. Like just the blank space.
Into
out
the
here,
void.
and
How do I do that?
Just go into your hand section where it shows all the cards you have, and the two challenge decks, just drag them out onto the. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will recall those. Because you don't really have any use for them. And in fact, you should probably do the same with your story cards. Sorry, I forgot about that. You don't need to keep those.
So I got rich by some black market stuff, but I mostly helped the light
Oops,
people.
well, I just dealt stuff back into... I know what we had out there. River, the stag, I believe.
Correct.
And I know the
And
storm.
the storm.
And architect, was it?
Mhm.
Okay. I could have checked my notes because I did have that stuff in there, but I just...
Nice.
Alright.
We should do the back link.
So, yeah, you, and I would say, Chris, Zavis was probably noticing that they're over in this part of the gate, that the system is reporting some hacking attempts that it blocked, like attempts to defeat security systems were reported from over in this direction, and that makes you a little suspicious, so you begin to make your way over in this direction.
Okay.
Yeah, Liza tried to hack a panel and failed. She had to
Which
pick
one's
the
Liza?
lock. Sadie.
Failed.
Try to pull out my pistol just in case to be like,
Yeah.
know what's going on.
You probably would, yeah. Under the under the circumstances, you'd probably be like, "What is going on?"
1 ear, I love that.
Good old one-eared Padley.
How you doing, Chad?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
She's not moving, Cotton.
Sorry, didn't technology.
I owe you! Okay. Okay, so... Where do we go from here? What do we do from here?
Well, showing
we should-
that there's a lot of small things being transported through the gate. That's something we should look into. I'm not quite sure how to go about that.
Well, yeah, we need to look into it. I mean... Can't really... I don't know where my accent's going on this one. Going like, straight up bogan. Nobody knows what that means. Great.
I'm at least aware. I've been on the internet long enough and spoken to enough Aussies on the internet too.
Straight up bogan. Right, let's, was there anything else we can do in this room? I mean, we've tried switching things off and on again. I mean, that's what everybody tells you to do, right?
Right.
Well, I'm not the most technical of sorts, or mathematically inclined, but it seems, I wonder if we could see where these particles are going to or coming from. Might give us a clue, indication of what we might be looking at.
Seems like they're going in closer to the center of the solar system. Am I correct in that?
Yes, closer, like out into the belt somewhere, and the particles. You can also see that the gate is receiving arrivals from other gates of these tiny particles, and then immediately sending them off to other gates, seemingly at random. And the gates that it is sending between are all the other deactivated gates, or the other gates that are supposed to be non-functioning right now. There is sort of a strange network where they are sending particles seemingly at random between one another very rapidly, and as soon as a particle has arrived, it's sent off to another. Oh, another thing we should handle, Chris, on Roll20,
Yes.
go to the Collections tab on the upper right.
3 bars, 3 dots.
Okay.
And under that, under macros, on all the macros that are listed there, check the mark for in bar, and below them check the mark for show macro quick bar.
Show macro. I don't see a show macro quick. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Cool. And then add?
Not add, just click
Oh.
in, like check in bar under each or next to
Yeah.
each one.
Yeah, I did that.
So now under the names, you should have D1 DW, 2 DW.
Oh, cool.
3.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, cool. And then I just click out.
Yeah, go back to the chat window after
Okay,
that.
cool.
Where the weave dice will be rolled, and so you'll want to have that. It should now on your screen on the lower left, I think, have a bar that is marked with all the buttons.
Yeah. 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, untitled.
Yeah, the untitled, I think you must have tried to add one, and don't worry about it.
Okay.
But basically, those will roll the number of weave dice in the chat that is listed on the button.
Okay.
And we'll explain the mechanics as we go along.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
So, have I gotten there yet, or?
Yeah, I would say about this time you burst through the door.
So, actually, quick question. Is there a window? Like, can I like see in there, or?
No, it's a steel door, like a hatch.
Okay.
It is.
Is there any way that I can like?
It has like a crowbar in it, doesn't it? Because we
That
didn't
is-
want it to
yeah, it's
seal us in here.
True,
It's not
we
fully
did leave
closed.
the door open.
Okay, so is there any way that are they close enough where I could like, since I can teleport 10, wait, was it 10 meters? That will?
I want to teleport. I want that.
Okay, are they up to, is any of them up to 10 meters away from me?
They're in a small diagnostics room. You can probably see them through the crack where they have left the door open with a crowbar to make sure it doesn't shut.
Okay. If possible, I'd love to like teleport behind one of them. Not like right behind them, but enough to where like I can like be holding a gun up to one of them and be covered and just, yeah.
Yeah.
So if they try and shoot me,
And I have vigilance, so can I like roll against that or something? See if I can catch him. Be
Well, to
aware.
see if you can see him coming.
Yeah.
I think the teleport might defeat that because there's not time to like catch that he's teleporting.
That's true. It's just boom.
Yeah. Keep in mind that your teleport being your signature move, you can only use it once per session unless you get an epic success on something, which recharges your signature
Oh
move.
yeah.
If
oh,
you
it says at will you can blink through space up to 10 meters.
At will you can, but you can only do it once if it's your signature move
Yeah. Like
per session.
Not quite like D&D where you can at will as any time you want.
Oh.
yeah, it's at will. Like you can do it when you want to, not in the D&D sense of
Okay.
when you want to.
Okay. Okay, well in that case I'll just I won't do that.
Yeah, you
I'll keep that ace in my pocket.
like
Case I
an epic
don't do
success. An epic success is whenever you succeed a check by 2 more than was required, and if you do that and have used your signature move, then it does recharge it for the session. But it's like not necessarily something you want to rely on happening.
Okay. Okay, well in that case I will. Okay, well either way I'll have my gun out and I'll just. So I'm at them now, right?
Yeah, you're at the door. You can enter however you want.
I will keep it mostly closed and say, hello, I very much suggest that you put down your guns and come and talk to me, or I will be very happy to just seal you in here and let you die.
Oh no, sir! Please! I've run over to the door.
No, please,
Oh, I'm sorry.
do stay back a little.
Please, sir, we are only here to investigate.
What makes you think we have guns? As I stealthily shoot my
Quick,
cloak over my gun.
Quick question. So since it said like I recognize nobles and pirates and all these things like on space and stuff, would I have heard of the one-eared pirate? Or...
Like,
I'd say
yeah.
there's a pretty good chance that you saw him go through the gate more than once, and that you
Okay.
kind of, you know his type.
Don't worry, we will talk soon, my one-eared then.
Thought you told me to put my gun down.
You asked what made me think that you have guns. That is what makes me think that you have a gun.
That explains a lot. All right.
So what reason are you here?
We're
Are you
here to
part of
look
the
into
research
the
team?
gate.
You said it's like a government thing, right? What, they have like a ID or something, or?
Yeah, they were
We have
specially like
signed off.
yeah, their ship was specially marked to be allowed through the security systems.
Oh.
And they have, like, on their ID, like, they would have a marker that is hidden but would be...
Here's my ID. There you
Oh,
go.
my apologies. My apologies. I feel like I just walked into this crazy situation. My apologies.
Not a problem. We were just looking into the gate situation and found some interesting things. Maybe have you... Not that, Edwin.
Holster it.
Liza here was researching the diagnostics. We did a little bit of rebooting and discovered that there are vast multitudes of tiny subatomic particles going between all of the seemingly closed gates. They're actually functioning, but only with these tiny particles. Has that come up in your research at all?
Has that gone up in my research?
Make it up, man. Whatever you want.
The research teams have not uncovered that fact, no. They've been looking at systems outside, and they've been trying to figure out what's happening elsewhere. So.
Okay. Yeah, what I was trying to go for instead of the wealth was like the super knowledgeable about calculations.
Oh, yeah. That would have made more sense in this context, probably.
Yeah.
Let's
Could we
say
just
you have that?
Okay. Do we have the wording for that so I could
I don't remember what the
Like
wording
wood or
would be for it.
Yeah, that's what I tried to kind of have. I can't remember if it was like knowing mathematical stuff or knowing something really good about the game.
Yeah, that'd be really.
That's what I was going for. Then I ended up rich.
Yeah.
It's funny how
Do you
those
have
go
any
hand in
idea
hand.
which one of your cards that came from?
Ooh.
What's
Should have taken a
the
screen.
You had
What's the
Dusk,
rich one?
Gateway, Tortoise, and Gallows.
Okay. I feel like it was the first or the second one. Gallows was the last one. I think Tortoise was the middle. So one of the ones that aren't those two.
It's probably
Not-
Dusk.
Yeah, let me...
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
It's all good.
You're good.
no.
This is where the game plays. It's all good.
I'm going to just start, like, creating a local character that I will not actually bother to
Okay. Well.
finish,
Okay. Cool.
and we'll figure this out.
It's huge.
Let's see. No, not Dusk, because that's where, like, Gift of Dusk, the weird energies of the interstellar medium have transformed you, and
Maybe it was Tortoise.
we can find out.
Sorry, guys. I remember the gist of it as being like I know mathematical equations well.
Let's see, can
You have a bummer you can't go in and like edit it in case.
Yeah, hopefully they'll hopefully they'll change that up as we go forward. The game is pretty young. It's like barely a year old, so there's still a lot of stuff that'll be changed up as we go.
Turtle.
Talents. Vigilant, sharpshooter, fighter pilot, tactical eye. So
Was it tactical eye? Wait, no.
Um,
No, it wouldn't be tactical eye, I don't think.
No, it's
No,
part of your
that's-
backstory. I thought it was backstory.
That's like a natural talent for seeing how to command forces or for seeing through defenses of the enemy.
Because my wealthy hedonist is part of my backstory.
Oh, yeah, well.
Oh,
we should be
so
looking
that's-
at
So,
that
I don't know
instead
if it
of
makes a
talents.
difference.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
Lots
it.
you
of-
got successful peace negotiator from that. The other options for that would have been ex-battleship captain and decorated war hero.
Ooh.
Well, I guess I should probably check Dusk again to see if that's actually...
Maybe I'm just remembering wrong and I'll just be rich.
Well, we'll
I'm
take a
rich.
look.
Nothing wrong with that.
The Dusk.
The dusk.
Well, Wealthy Hedonist is not one of the options under Dusk, so
Fair enough.
we'll figure out which one of these it is. Gateway. Scam. Tactical Mathematician shows up as a talent under that.
Oh, talent?
Um,
What's the other talent from that?
there's Connected, Educated, and Navigator.
I think I think that's the other mistake. I had connected, and I think I went for...
But Navigator is you know how to calculate the formula necessary for travel through the gates and read the stars and space lanes.
Is that the one I have?
I don't remember which ones you have.
Did you say
right now.
talent? Did you say talent?
Yeah. The talents available from Gateway are Navigator, Educated, Tactical Mathematician.
Yeah, that's the other one. I accidentally did connected, and I was looking at doing the mathematical.
Okay. So Navigator or Tactical Mathematician. Like, Tactical Mathematician is like, the world appears to you as a series of numbers and equations. You can map out buildings in your head, recall highly intricate details of schematics and holograms, gauge the necessary velocity of a thrown projectile. Your mental prowess has a plethora of real-world applications. And Navigator is that you know how to calculate the formulae necessary for travel through the gates and read the stars in space.
I could do that one. Ugh, so many things.
Yeah, it's okay. It's,
Yeah, I can keep connected, or I could do the navigator, if it helps the story.
I feel like Navigator is a little more likely to be useful to you guys in this.
Okay, cool. Let's do navigator.
All right, so you know how to calculate the formulae necessary for travel through the gates, as well as to read the stars and space lanes. Your skills are in high demand.
So navigator.
That makes sense.
I know how to read space lanes.
I think it was Gallows.
Yeah, what was the one I was looking at for? Oh, being just say I'm just rich.
Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, Wealthy Hedonist comes from Gallows.
Oh,
Yeah. Fair enough.
that's why you just don't listen to me. It's probably not Gallo.
Yeah, it's a backstory. The other options from that are founder of a doomsday cult and survivalist.
Okay.
I was founder of the Doomsday Cult. Almost. I was that close. Because it's like
I think I meant to do survivalist, but we can just keep being rich. It's fine.
Yeah.
I love the verbiage for the Doomsday Cult.
I know.
The very last sentence. I remember it was like it's very, very off the wall, but very right, or something like that. I remember it was hilarious.
Yeah. All right. So.
Sorry, guys.
That's good.
You're good.
Cool. So navigator, I know how to read the space lanes, skill and high demand. Right?
Nice.
Yeah. And like you know how to read the space lanes. You're good at calculating the formulae for like transportation through the gates. You have a knack for that stuff.
Okay, cool. So would I know what they said? Or would it make sense to me, or would I just be like,
It wouldn't exactly make sense because as far as you and your fellow researchers have known, the entire gate has been inoperable for the last year. However, if you look at the screen now, you can see that it is what they're saying is true. The gate is working. It's just sending lots and lots of tiny particles throughout the other gates and off in the direction of the belt somewhere. You probably would be able to actually calculate that trajectory. I think it would be so hard for anyone else that it would be borderline impossible, but you with that talent, you'd actually be able to do that. So.
Nice.
Yes.
That would be a flame challenge, even though that's not really your strong suit. It would be, you'd get an extra. So the way this works, for every check, you generally start with 3 dice, and for any one of your talents or backstory items, or your items for that matter, that you can make an argument to me that makes sense about how and why that would apply, or if it just makes automatic sense, like that, like being the navigator already makes sense for this, that gives you an extra die to your roll up to a maximum of 6. Any flaws that you have that would take away from something, take away a die. And when you roll, click the button to roll the number of weave dice that you end up with at the end. It shows you what you got in the chat, and since it's a flames challenge, you want to get as many flames or weave W symbols as you can. And if you get the weave symbols, those are re-rolls, so you get the success from it, and you also, like, they count as one success, and you get to roll again to see if you get more successes out of those.
okay. So I do 3DW?
You'd start with 3, you'd get a 4th because of Navigator. If you think any of your other backstory or talent things could give you any more, you can ask me and I will tell you if I agree with your argument, basically.
Would I be able to help because I have Dark Traveler? So navigating beyond the heliopause requires abilities that most pilots lack. You can discern your location and direction in situations where other spacers would find themselves lost. Tapping into a 6th sense that you can barely recognize you have.
I think that might be able to. Yeah, because yeah, I think I'd allow that. I think that would make sense. Just keep in mind that if you assist and he gets a strike, you also get a strike.
Don't fail! I've already got 1 strike.
So on my backstory where it says touched by the interstellar medium, it says that I a deep awareness of everything around you? That or not?
I'd say that would probably be a little more applicable to your general perception.
Okay.
I'd say you could probably get another die out of Gate Tender at a highly trafficked world, just because it's like you. No, not that one specifically, but where was the one that I was looking at? Well, yeah, that one. I'd allow you to take that one just because you knew the operations of the gate, so you'd be able to.
I do have keen eye where it says I know the small details, others don't.
Yeah. I'd allow it, sure, which would get you up to the maximum of 6 dice, even without being aided, so.
In that case, you're not getting my help.
Yeah.
That way, if you strike out, I don't get penalized.
Okay. So push the D6DW.
Yep.
Ooh, double strike.
That is a double strike, but this was only a challenge of 1 because I didn't have any challenge cards for flames to make it higher, so the strikes do not count because if you get a success, then the strikes don't count.
Lucky.
Yay.
Yeah, one of each almost. That's impressive.
But,
Nicely done.
Yeah, so
I put my gun away. I'm sorry, can I take a look at that screen?
Oh, absolutely.
Zavis steps forward
Just move
and
over.
begins glancing over the coordinates that are listed for some of these things. They're moving by very quickly, so you kind of have to like pause and scroll back up in the log. And you can see that you quickly separate out the ones that are headed to the other gates and find that the ones that are being sent out into the belt are being sent to a very specific set of coordinates. All of them are going to the same place, one location, somewhere in the belt that is off of the trade lanes. It's not near any of the usual space lanes, although through the belt, space lanes are a little bit difficult to plot anyway because things are so chaotic in the asteroid belt. Yeah, they're definitely all going to this one set of coordinates out there.
I say that.
Noise. Sounds like a job for the Manticore.
So, are we heading out to this place?
Yeah, if that's where they're all going, that definitely seems like a place to be.
I just wanted to make sure that was the plan.
Sounds like it'd be the easiest to do that way. Cool.
But it's not necessarily the source of the problem, but at least the source of the delivery. Location of delivery.
Well, I'm wondering if it's being hijacked. in
Answers
so-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like someone put the gates on off the hook. It's running busy.
Yeah.
And yeah, the program that is doing this, you now that you're aware of it, Zavis, you can see that you can kind of source that there is a program that is heavily protected behind a bunch of admin walls and things like heavy security that is operating this and taking a quick look at it, even from the outside where you can't really get into look at the inner workings of it, just seeing what it's doing and how it's doing it, you can tell that this was pretty much designed to be as invisible as possible to the research teams sent to examine it. It's been some of this activity has been noticed in the system by the research team, just that there was some power going places, but they had interpreted it as just the computers at the gates trying to log and interpret background noise in the absence of normal function, and so it had gone completely ignored by your team.
Nice.
Oh, hey, David. I actually remembered what I was going to do. Did I switch my flaw from Shattered Faith to just the Scared of Flying?
Sure, yeah.
I think that's what I was going to do, but sorry, it was all so quick.
Yeah.
It's basically just that, right? Like, you're scared of flying.
Probably. I don't know. Which
I'm so
one
sorry,
that came
guys.
from. It's okay.
We're good.
Man,
I
if that's
should
gonna be
go-
your flaw, I'm gonna take you for a ride. Yeah.
Because I thought that'd be the irony, because I've done so many things that each time I fly, I'm horrified and I hate it and I'm scared, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I thought that'd be a fun flaw.
Nice.
I am not sure which card that would have come from, but let me just see if I can get to that. Let's see.
Right, while he's looking it up, do we want to keep this construct with us, or are we getting rid of it?
Oh,
We're
you're
lost
not
Liza.
focusing.
Huh?
Oh, how come we hear the huh and not what you would say that's important? So you're like, huh?
I think it's a good idea that we keep it.
Okay, keep it. Yeah, sounds good.
I agree. I mean, it seems protective of this area, which is where we found this crucial information, saw those creepy eyes.
It's true.
I mean,
true.
Actually,
it seems
but it
related.
said specifically that no one was supposed to be in there.
I'm sorry, what
Probably because
what creepy eyes?
kind of just like
Oh,
show off
so-
the casing.
Yeah. So we got this casing. It was out here. It stopped us coming. We came in. We rebooted because there's all these numbers going across the screen. So we're like, hey, let's just reboot it, and try to turn it off and on again because that's what you do, right? So we rebooted the system, and it looked like everything froze except for like these like two numbers and like and turned into like two like glyphic eyes that blinked at us, and then it rebooted.
So it was in the space station thing where you guys were, right? Or-
Yeah. The console that you're looking at
It's
right now.
diagnostic.
It was that console, like it blinked at us.
It was like ghost in the machine looked at us, basically.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
I can think to describe it.
Very creepy.
It was phenomenal. Not sure what it was, but it was phenomenal.
Have you seen blinking eyes on your consoles?
Not that I recall.
To
But I do feel that it's something that I would very much keep in mind. Sorry, guys.
Don't worry about it. It was super slow last time, and we're still even getting used to the system, and so. we
don't
are
even worry about it.
We were expecting Weave to be pretty full of glitches at the moment, so.
It's pretty good. Bam.
well, yes. So researcher, didn't catch your name.
My name is Dante Lockley.
Well, Dr. Lockley, researcher Lockley. We're going to go and see what we can see. I don't know if you want to go and share this with your fellow researchers. I'm sure you could look into it more while you're here. We've got to go.
Oh, very good, very good. I pull out a paper and I start kind of like writing out the coordinates and stuff, looking at the screen.
Yeah, so Scared to Travel would replace Government Watch List as your flaw because it's from Gateway.
Oh, okay.
And the details on Scared to Travel are, you've heard the stories of gate disasters. It's rare, but on occasion some energy fluctuation will cause a gate to malfunction and release a killing pulse of radiation that eradicates everything within a couple of
Okay.
This knowledge terrifies you to no end, and you freak out whenever you have to use a gate, but you would not, you wouldn't be scared of flying from that, so...
Okay. Okay, then for the Shattered Faith instead, can I just do a thing where my home was attacked and everything was just destroyed and I barely left with anything?
Sure. I'm not sure which one that comes from, but,
I think that one's Gallo. That was the last one.
Nice.
But it's basically that though, and I feel like that will make it easier why I was so sympathetic with like the lightning people and stuff, because like I had nothing.
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I feel like that government wash.
The lightning people.
You know what, ain't people? Sounds fantastic.
That makes me chuckle because I am the lightning people.
Yes.
You just won.
And I'm from Io, so I'm wondering if I recognize you. Like maybe you smuggled me off.
Maybe. If you want it that way, by all means.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
can I do like a perception check or something to see if I recognize him?
Sure. I guess we'll, based on what you get here, it's the Gales, because that's how perception
Gales check?
works. Yes, and we'll just determine whether this is true or not based on that.
Okay, can I use
Let's see.
Knowledge Addict and Coordinated?
Knowledge Addict, yes. Coordinated, no.
Because it says I've had to escape more than once. And that would have been one of the incidences of me escaping.
I mean, I'd give you, for having escaped not from Coordinated, but just from your backstory in general, yeah, I'd give you another die.
Yes, okay.
Let's
Okay,
see.
so that's 5, I think.
Yeah, Chris, the other flaws that were available from that one of Shattered Faith were grasping at straws, which is basically, you're just like, there's got to be some way to avoid the end of the universe, and I will do literally anything if it means saving us. Like, I'll steal, burn, and kill if it means saving the human race.
Oh, how many Gales did I need to succeed that?
I was not exactly determining it a failure or success thing. I'm just like, we'll determine what you, how many did you get?
4?
Okay, yeah. Sure, we'll say that's true. He probably helped you out at some points.
Okay.
So he looks familiar to you, for sure.
And what was the other one? Is the other one where like everything was destroyed, or?
There's Shattered Faith, there's Grasping at Straws, where you're just like, we've got to be able to stop this. There's Street Preacher, where it's just like, I saw this all coming, the signs were obvious. And now you shout at everyone as if they didn't already know. You're just like, it's your fault everything's ending, you didn't listen. It's your sins that caused this.
Is it just those 3?
And there's Home Abandoned in Panic, which is like, you lived in the Outer Worlds on a colony near the Kuiper Belt, you had a lovely home, a doting spouse, and when the news of the end came, your family abandoned everything. You didn't even have any time to grab your most cherished possessions before the evac shuttles left.
Okay. Which one sounds cooler? I
like the Shattered Faith.
I'm just gonna do Shattered Faith, yeah. Sorry to make you look all that
Yeah,
up.
I'd stick
It's
with that
okay.
one.
It is fine. Let's see. All this talk about the nemesis that comes up, particularly in that card, makes me wonder if that is mentioned anywhere in the glossary or anything like that, or if it only comes up if it is actually the plot of the game. Because otherwise, they should put it in the glossary. They really should.
Yeah.
Otherwise it doesn't really make sense unless it is the theme of the game. So.
Yeah.
True. All right. So you got the coordinates?
The coordinates, my friend?
Yes.
I'll just stay back here and do some research. Let the other people know.
Dr. Lockley, was it?
Yes.
Have you ever been to Io?
I suppose once or twice.
I see. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Sorry, I feel like whatever this is seems to be pretty important to the setting, and I don't know where it's mentioned.
Ultimate evil.
Is there anything about this? Anywhere. There's a fanatic calling himself Nibiru, author of Demise, who wishes to speed up the approach of the apocalypse.
I could have bought him as an inventory.
Yeah.
I was like, do I have like his like Doomsday starter or what?
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like the playset. There are 2 entries for the Brotherhood of the Corona, and I feel like maybe one of them should be talking about this Nemesis event. Or whatever. Because, holy cow, this seems like it should... And it's, like, impossible to Google anything about this game because it's not big enough.
Yeah.
Like, nobody has done anything. I could ask people on the Weave Discord, and just, not that it's super important, but just see if anybody has any answers about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And have them...
Back to you.
So, Lockley, you said you're gonna stay here. You sure you don't want to come with us? I mean, we're gonna jump in the Manticore, and we're gonna take off these coordinates that you gave us, and figure out what the hell's going on. It's gonna be great.
Plus, if we're still dealing with the gates, I feel like you could be very helpful with that.
Oh yes, if you could have leave from your superiors to join us, that would probably.
What am I, chop liver? I'm the best pilot in the galaxy.
I'm just saying.
You know we love you, Edwin.
Wouldn't trade you, Edmund, hardly. But more eyes with specific expertise would be very helpful.
I'm not giving him the
Have been so far.
controls. I'm the only one who touches the controls.
Why would I want to touch the controls? I'm not ready for that thing.
There you go. Oh yeah, by the way, Chris, I have black on black eyes. They're just blacked over. It's
Oh,
really
nice.
cool.
Awesome, yeah. Is that from like being in space or something, or?
Yeah, free deep space. The void eyes. The immersion into space beyond the sun seemed to go fine until I returned and looked into a mirror. My eyes have no irises and no whites, just black within black. So cool.
They're like a. Is it like black and then like a. Kind of a just lighter black and then black again, or is it just all one
Just
solid
black.
black?
Solid black.
Black
It's like
and black.
it's like the X-Files, the movie, whenever like the kids get like infected with the whatever alien virus it was.
Oh, there's so many
totally
things
black.
that have black eyes.
Yeah, just straight black.
Would I be allowed to leave under the government's watchfulness and stuff? And
I would say that you'd be allowed to leave with this group if they wanted you to come with them, because they pretty much have the prerogative to just deputize people if needs be, as long as they're trustworthy. Like,
okay.
So you could get.
Well, and I was wondering if your character might just want to get out of there anyway. Like,
Okay, yeah, I just didn't know if I was like under like a house arrest kind of thing, or yeah, or if it was like, oh, this
Ankle
is
bracelet, like
or
boop, boop,
if it was
boop,
like, oh, this is a chance to escape kind of thing, or no.
Wearing an anklet.
boop.
yeah.
Why not? It's a,
If you're going to escape somewhere, the Manticore is quite
Yes,
an option.
I
She's phenomenal.
I have heard the tales of the Manticore.
Oh.
Aren't you a famous pirate?
Oh yes. Well, privateer. Yes.
Well, yeah. Right.
Yeah,
reasonably famous,
pretty
yes.
Of course,
Not
I'm
exactly.
famous.
Not exactly a household name or anything, but definitely someone
Famous
in
amount,
your
man.
position. Someone in your position you would have.
I'm the best top pilot in the galaxy.
I feel like you would have at least like heard of like the ship. You know what I mean? Like,
She's
Either
probably
the
the
pirate
greatest
or
ship
the
out
ship.
there, so yeah, you probably heard me.
But in any case, you, if you want to head out at this point,
Yep.
Let's do it.
That's it.
you return to the Manticore, and Zavis, this is your first experience inside it. It's very plush, very fancy.
Oh, so nice. Just
Lots
welcome
of
to the Manticore.
I'm very
Have a
impressed
seat.
then.
Well,
I'm
you
very, very
know,
impressed.
had some dealings back in the day. Maybe pretty wealthy, so when you're traveling, you want to travel in style. So yeah, come on in, have a seat. You said you got that's right. You already gave me the coordinates, so I'm gonna punch these into my computer over here.
Anything I can do to help, Edwin?
Nothing yet.
Hey.
Good. Okay, so in order to get to the coordinates, we're probably going to have to go through a gate, I'm guessing?
Yes, you will have to go take the gate that is nearest Ganymede first.
Okay.
That is that is still functioning.
Yeah.
And
Which Ganymede is where we started, right?
I believe right around there, yeah.
Yeah.
Ganymede
Nearby.
and Thalia on Jupiter.
Right.
And so you used
As long as we don't go to Io.
yeah.
What was that? Go to Io?
No!
Yeah, you took
Edwin, I'ma kill you.
Yeah, there are a
You
number
try.
of gates around the area that lead or are generally pointed to multiple locations, but they specialize in
Sure.
taking you in one direction or another. The one that takes you further inward is actually the New Australia Gate.
All right!
Yeah.
And so you make your way over the course of probably 6 or 7 hours over to the New Australia Gate, and you are comforted after your experiences at Newell Run to see the familiar shimmer and to see that the New Australia Gate is functioning as it should be.
Excellent.
Even if not all is right with the solar system, at least this little bit of it is. You pass through the gate after receiving your authorization, and you are instantly blinked hundreds of thousands of miles closer. There's there is
I saw Daniel doing it. It was like,
yeah.
That's great! Okay.
Yeah, you're instantly blinked hundreds of thousands of miles closer as you pass through the gate, and there is there's actually no sense of motion when going through the gate, but it's just like the stars around you change, and like the lights just shift position,
Nice.
and suddenly there is the asteroid belt for you, and getting to these coordinates is going to be a little bit of a trouble because it is off outside any of the lanes that are plotted for easy travel. Things out in the belt tend to move around to some degree, and so there's no way to really plot a safe route unless you're really dedicated to keeping it that way. And so the major routes are kept safe, but the belt is absolutely infested with pirates. And
my kids.
Oh, stopping ground.
It's gonna be my skill set! Okay, here we go.
Should I like mention that since I know since I recognize the mannerisms and habits of smugglers, criminals, and such?
Sure, you
Like, would I know what areas they have, or is not, or I don't know. It is an asteroid field, so.
yeah, you definitely know this is a hotspot for pirates, and that the colonists that live out here are often attacked by pirates. But it's a little like it's just something that's kind of expected out here. If you are going to be traveling through one of the unsafer areas, then the pirates are just going to be a hazard.
Sweet. So as soon as we blink out and I see the asteroid field, I'm gonna get up from my chair run back to my weapons locker, pull out a big old gun, and then just walk back and sit it down next to me. Just in case.
Oh, we're arming up now?
You know, these waters are pretty notorious. So, I just like being prepared. I left the weapons locker up. And so,
I just kind of make sure I know where my pistol is. my flamethrower pistol.
Yeah.
just in case. I don't expect anything to get hurt, but it usually does.
Yeah. Let's see. I kind of think.
Manticore is an enemy.
Yeah, I kind of think that piloting the ship would probably be a Gale's check, because you were piloting it through a really like a debris field like this. It's
A debris.
yes, debris.
Debris filled. All right.
I'm going to give you a Gale challenge too.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
To get
Come on, Daniel. Come on, Daniel.
Well, I mean, so I start with 3, right? And then I've got pilot, so that should give me 1. And then I also have Dark Traveler, so that should give me that sixth sense to be able to navigate pretty well, like as far as my location. So
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Is that 5?
that's 5.
And
And could I, just before we start like going into the asteroid field, can I use my voice for the dead and like pray for guidance from spirits that have been lost out in the asteroid belt?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Yes!
So
Awesome.
Was that a 6?
That's 6.
You see all these people
Yes.
kicking you off saying, come join us.
Why not? Looks like a party to me.
It so happens that the spirit you contact is someone you personally killed.
In the asteroid field.
I'm gonna hang up and try again.
In one ear and oh, never mind.
Woo! Okay.
You speak to some of the fallen and kind of try to get yourself oriented to the area, and before you begin the process, you kind of note the positions and the trajectories of most of the asteroids that are floating around here, so that you will be able to more easily fly through them, know where you're going.
Crack my neck, crack my knuckles, grab a hold of the sticks, and just. So I rolled 2 weaves and a gale, and then I rerolled and got a gale. No, wait, gale's purple, right?
Yes.
So you got 2
Fine.
weaves
I got
and
2 weaves and a.
which is a success. So.
Yay! We lost Shara's talkie.
What happened to Shara?
I can still hear you. Keep going.
Okie dokie.
I'm just sitting here in the midst, like maybe in a window, watching.
Cool.
Yeah,
Just
so
like
you
barrel
are
rolls and
measured.
backflips and doing all kinds of weird, crazy stuff.
And we're in a new scene. I need to go reset
Yeah.
strikes.
Yes! Yes!
Yes, please.
Hooray for new scenes!
Yeah.
Yay!
That's because you were down to 2.
Yes!
Or down by 2, I should say. Down to 1. I get the one that I helped with. What?
Keep hearing something, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. Just like this wah?
I think it's me trying to get in,
Oh, well.
because I think that's what it is.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Oh, yeah, when you disappeared, I heard like another.
Whip. Whip. Well, it showed up on my other screen, which was kind of fun.
Keep going. Brave it.
So as you begin to make your way through, you see all of the motion. You center yourself. You reach out and listen to the whispers of those that have fallen here, and you manage to
There
make
she
yourself.
is.
Yep, welcome back. You manage to make yourself keep yourself calm, and there are a couple of close calls where smaller asteroids you didn't see behind the larger ones are moving almost right in your path as you go by, but you manage to swerve out of the way.
Whoa, did you see that one? That was great. Oh, whew.
And,
Saved your life.
you have to maintain your vigilance for quite a while because you're not terribly close. You have at least an hour and a half of flight ahead before you reach the coordinates.
Cool.
And you are just kind of settling in for the long haul here. And trying to be ready to dodge things as they come.
Alright, everybody strap in. It's gonna be bumpy for a while.
And you've been flying for 45 minutes, close to an hour maybe, when all of the ship's systems just power down, like everything deactivates, and you that does include at first the things that would make up for your momentum. There you'd have, I'm trying to think of the word in my brain and it doesn't want to come to me right now. Compensation. Like the compensators that would slow you down are just shut down, so you have your momentum and are continuing to drift straight in the direction of one of the larger asteroids now.
I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this.
Auxiliary power comes up. The bridge of the ship is lit in a red now because red uses less power and is able to, kind of maintain your dark vision a little better.
Yep.
And the auxiliary power does handle the compensators just enough to bring the ship to a stop. However, just because you're not moving doesn't mean the asteroids aren't, and so now you are at a stop and you're just hoping nothing will approach you.
I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Alright, who touched my ship?
It wasn't me, I swear.
Okay, I'm gonna run like a diagnostics on it, see if I can figure out what caused everything to shut down.
Okay.
Figured I have like a small panel that would just like, kind of like the events log on a computer, you know.
Yeah.
What happened? I don't know. Where's the red X on this thing? You know?
On the ground.
It's already off. I can't get it back on. It's the problem. Okay. Okay, manual override! Jump up, run back.
Yeah, you spend a few minutes looking over things, trying to figure out what's happening. There are a couple of close calls as you see that you come just within maybe feet of getting clipped by one of the asteroids.
Don't touch my ship! It's too pretty to die! It's expensive! Don't touch it!
You are beginning to see on the logs that everything shut down at once, and it was because there was like a power spike that reads to you. Well, actually, make a flames check for this, and it's ship knowledge. So, like, if you can.
Yeah, right. What do we got? I'm not afraid of the dark. Prepper, wealthy hedonist.
I'll say you can get one from pilot.
Yeah, that's about it. Yes. Oh, come on, inventory. Give me something better. I lost my family. Does that count? Okay. I say it in that voice because I know it.
So I know a lot about ships.
It's gotta work for something.
Daddy would have known.
Yeah, power's about the only thing I can get.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Yeah, that's about it. It's like some voice of the dead and get some pilot on my side again. So that's okay. Yeah, so just pilot. So 4.
Yeah.
Flames check, right?
Yes.
Fireball. Oh, I got 2. And then re-roll the 1. Yeah.
Well, two will do it.
Okay, I was gonna say, what was the challenge?
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Whew.
So you recognize the signs here that this is like an energy field trap. That sometimes there are pirates and others out here that will either. Sometimes they'll just throw them out into like these devices are usually large enough to be seen, so they usually don't just throw them out and have them hanging out there. Usually they will put them, like go and drill into one of the asteroids out here and leave it inside, and it projects a field that will disable. Oh yeah, I can hear him at whining. I probably need to take him out. So I will do that in just a second. But basically, you know that these traps, they project an energy field that will kind of short your systems if you fly through it, and that they usually have a trip that it sends out a message to whoever planted it, so that if they're nearby enough, they will know that somebody's triggered the trap, and that if they get there fast enough, they might have easy pickings. So I will be back.
Cool.
I'm so lost in what I should be doing.
It's a whole lot of like whatever you. I mean, it's a lot like D&D. You kind of just do whatever you want.
Anything you feel like can help.
And I have a thing that says like I flew like in the Navy on like reconnaissance or something, so I'm always like alert. Like, would that be?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's like
there might have been like a whole, you see the trap coming and you tell me to steer away from it, but at this point it'd be like,
Dang it.
and like because like I know like the mannerisms of like space pirates and stuff. Does that mean like they're like, oh yeah, I heard that? Yeah, but at the same time, it's an asteroid field, so everything's just so random.
right, always changing and everything. Yeah. No, I mean you can always bring it up. Like I say, so I was telling everybody at the beginning, I'm like, I'm awake this time, so I might bring out some weird stuff because I'm super rich and I just buy all kinds of stuff. I don't have a prepper, so it's like lots of money, do whatever I want, push them together. So
yeah, and like I'm rich. Does that mean like I have some cool stuff with me, or like am I just rich?
I think you're just rich and you have like you got a good credit card with you, but I mean you wouldn't be carrying all that wealth with you, you know, type of a thing. See where this is like, I mean, it says under the wealthy hedonist, it's like all civilizations ending and you couldn't care less. You made a fortune throughout your life. You just see this as an opportunity to spend all the money on luxurious excess. But then like my prepper feat says,
You pretty much have like been. You're pretty much like ready.
yeah, I've been preparing for the end of the days in my private compound, which is my ship.
It's your ship,
basically.
yeah.
So I have lots of money and I have lots of stuff and it's all in my ship. So yeah, I carry my bank with me. So, but I know how to ration food. I know how to create a makeshift power generator, and I know how to shield the human body from radiation with minimal supplies, as well as other apocalyptic utility skills. So, got that going for us.
Apocalyptic.
As we're all just like black charred radiated shadows on the wall. Okay, guys.
Me and my space blanket.
Heidi and I are coming up next weekend, so we should see if we can like do the game.
Nice. I'll be off call finally, so yeah.
Yeah, we're actually gonna be there for a week. We'll be heading down next Friday, and we'll stay until
That's all
next Sunday after that.
That's awesome.
Ooh, so you can almost get 2 games in.
Yeah.
Or like
And
12.
the whole like week that you're here, like after the weekend, but that week, we don't have the kids.
Ooh.
Nice.
And just saying, Ant-Man midnight showing, which any more midnight showing can be like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, right. Those weirdos.
Just saying, we should party it up before.
So Chris was just saying that they're gonna be here like starting next weekend, and then like the whole week after that.
Oh, awesome.
So, and that's the week we don't have the kids.
Awesome. It's fun to do some stuff.
Party
I
time!
have a harder time for a while once.
We can get together and not stop until we freaking kill a bar guest. Finally, that's interesting.
Yeah!
Wow.
Chris is like, we can get together and not stop till we finally kill a bar guest.
Or even just let that thing ascend to hell. Like I just want some closure. Finally.
Right. Gotta get even with that stupid
Just
thing
get
for
this
killing
dang
me.
thing out of the way.
Knocking me unconscious. Killing me. Oh, speaking of,
Dude, you didn't get knocked unconscious. You got like disemboweled pinata.
I got wrecked.
It's like, "Arriba!"
Well, if you guys were faster, just kidding.
Okay, I'm back.
Totally fine. Look,
Oh, and now Emmett starts barking. Of course.
I feel like with the double dash, I could have caught up with you.
nah. Well, like I say, it only lasted 6 seconds. Ooh,
I know, but-
it's a jetpack.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, what we were like, what, 12 to 18 seconds behind?
Yep. That's the only time you had. Ah!
But yes, the damage to your equipment and engines is really easy. It's fixable, but you've got maybe
Whoa.
a few minutes before pirates are on you, guns blazing.
Fantastic. I'm just like running back and forth, like flipping switches on my ship, like powering stuff down, rebooting as fast as I
So-
can move.
David, quick question, just for like gameplay's sake.
Yes.
So, my talents, it says I have Vigilant. I spend a good amount of time patrolling the skies on my homeworld, or standing guard aboard a spaceship, so through local gate hyperspace things, so nothing escapes your watchful eyes. Would I have been like looking for and since I know like it's an asteroid field, so everything's random, but like
yeah,
would I have been like on the lookout since it's like I know pirates? Kind of like, okay, well this could happen. Or...
You probably would have been on the lookout for pirates, but not so much traps
Cool.
like this. So
Cool.
it's like it would be pretty hard to spot one of these because they're
Gotcha.
usually embedded in asteroids, and so.
Fair enough.
What if I look really hard? No.
I look really hard.
My eyes start twitching.
Yep, that's
Yep.
about right.
Yep, yep.
It's like I'm sorry, I just need to bring my entire library with me, and
Right?
okay, so yeah, you have minutes probably before pirates turn up here, and you have some minor damage to fix to the ship. You are pretty sure you probably won't be able to handle it all by yourself.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah. Just give it out orders
How
like,
do I help, Edwin?
Lois, run over here to this panel and do this and this and this. Dante, run over to
Done.
this panel and do such and such in this order. And Gwendo, I need you to go flip that switch over there because whatever.
Because whatever.
I've got the engines. Hang on. Ah!
yeah.
So
Alright,
before
so-
I ran around, I hand everybody a wrist communicator, so that way if I need to call out, I can call out.
Okay.
Hang on to these.
So let's just start with Edwin. Let's say you're gonna go work on the engines. That's what you said you were gonna.
I'm gonna activate
I
my
was like,
bodysuit
Wait, who's Edwin? Oh wait,
again,
that's right.
by the way.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm with you.
I'm back.
Oh.
Who am I?
Woo, it's been a rough night. Okay, yeah.
Rest.
Who's Edwin? You calling somebody by their Tyrolith name? Oh, wait, no, just me.
Yeah.
Okay, engines, yes.
In fairness, if I called somebody by their Tyrolith name, you might have been more likely to answer.
It's probably true.
It's like, Tamati.
Yeah, yes, I'm with you there.
Right.
Jeez.
Tamati's nearly as much your name as Daniel is now.
I've crafted it so that it is true.
Yep.
But yeah, so you said you were going to go try to fix the engines.
Yep.
So I would say you get over there, and you pretty quickly find that the engines, like some of the mechanical pieces, have actually jammed up a little bit, and it's going to take brute force to get them restarted.
I can do that. Okay. So, being the prepper that I am, I've got, like, tools everywhere. Like, some of them messily just thrown on the ground, but they're everywhere. Counter, not quite. Even though I can, like, yes.
This is Stone's check.
It is a stone's check.
Bam, there's one from Stones.
Yeah,
Because you're Stones.
it is true.
So you just need one more.
I'm unafraid of the dark. That's got to be in there somewhere. Dang it! Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the best one as prepper. I mean, unless I can use like makeshift, most primitive weapon into. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go with that.
That'll be fine, right?
Yeah. Come on, stones, give me! Oh!
You're a pirate. You carry lots of.
One stone.
That's a problem.
Can I use my,
Oh, no.
my signature move, the swashbuckler? During reckless once per scene, you can recall all the dice if it involves an act of daring.
Daringly fix the engine.
This is good music for this.
Wait, what's the challenge rating?
2.
Oh, it's 2.
Yeah, I just tossed it up.
Let's see. Signature move. Once
You
per
have
scene, you may reroll all dice in any test that involves an act of daring. Well, what's your act of daring here?
Save the
Yes, yeah, right. The act of daring would be.
Like, I can think of some ways you could, like, recklessly try to fix the ship, something that might actually damage it, basically. Like, if you
Yeah.
should, like, just haul off on it and hit it with something, or something like that.
Yeah, like reaching up, trying to wrench it free, and I'm like, oh, wrench, that's a good idea. Pick up like a double-sized wrench and just like try and knock it out.
Going all Sonny on it now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so use your signature move.
Poof.
So everybody gets to see
Oh,
that.
yes!
Active.
I gotta open this up. Yeah!
On a signature move. Okay, so I'm gonna recall those and roll 5.
Awesome.
Son of a! No!
What happened? What happened? What happened?
I failed and got a strike.
No!
Yeah, well, let's see.
It's like identical to the last one. How did this? I want new dice.
New digital dice.
New digital dice.
I'll
Reshuffle
make a
these.
version. I'll make a version
Refresh
of
the page.
I'll make a version of the rollable tables where all of the pictures are turned upside down, and that's your dice. Or instead of them having the dark gray background, they're like blue or something. They're just all right. So you rear back with the wrench, and you just bring it down hard, and it shifts it a little bit, but it doesn't get it unstuck. The piece is still sticking, and in the process, Yeah, in the process, it kind of rebounds into your leg a little bit, and you nail yourself with the wrench enough. You're gonna have a nasty bruise tomorrow, and you're gonna be limping. So you have a Gale's strike because you're gonna be a little slower moving around right now.
Oh, dang it! Okay, fine, that's fine. I can handle this. This is fine. No!
So I saved a dying archangel when he crashed because I try and help Smutty like stabilize his leg.
She said about it.
So he feels better.
I knew it was gonna happen as soon as you brought it up. Okay. Yeah.
Let me see.
Not the only one.
Oh, okay. Apparently there was still soda in that can I was crushing.
Oh.
It's all over my dress now.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't
well,
know,
I
think-
smell like voltage.
I think that would be a little bit of a stretch where, like, it's not going to be permanent damage. He doesn't need to be nursed back to health or anything. He's just going to be kind of feeling it for a day or two.
I'll be fine. This is good. This is fine.
Go back to your switch.
That thing is sticking pretty hard. But we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Since let's go over to Liza.
Okay.
Did anyone else's phone like turn red and like freak out and say something about?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
that
That
was
is my signature
Daniel's
move.
That's the signature move.
signature move.
Okay.
And I failed on it miserably because reasons.
Yeah, when a signature move is used, it like propagates out to everyone's app. It's a fun little effect.
It's awesome. I love it.
I'm going to a panel and doing a thing, right?
Yeah, you're gonna go and you're going to see if you can go in through the systems, get things restarted. So it'll be a flames check,
Okay.
and I need to actually decide what kind of flames check it will be once I have dealt myself another card. No, not a story card. I don't want a story card. That would not make sense.
Instead of flipping the switch,
Also, I actually do need to deal myself another story card because this is a serpent plot twist that you guys are running into a pirate trap out here.
I knew it!
So I need to deal myself another story card.
Can I use? I know you haven't given me the challenge yet. Can I use Knowledge Addict?
It'll be a flames challenge 1 because I don't have any flames to actually do anything with.
Okay.
So
Can I use Knowledge Addict?
yeah, I'd say.
Okay. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. Is that. So.
Follow the instructions. Good.
Yes! I got 3 weaves.
Nice.
So they're all powered on. You just have to go through and cycle them one by one and make sure that all the systems come back online.
And then a flames and another weave. So I'm up to 5 now.
Jeez.
Epic success.
the most
You
epic
could like
success.
fix it from there.
The most epic success.
Should have sent you to the engine room. Golly.
Ha!
Jeez.
Told you I was smart, y'all.
So, you haven't used your signature move, so
No.
it won't refresh that. But how do you do this?
I want to go in and run a diagnostics, which I think Daniel already did, from this panel. But then I want to reboot the entire system from the panel.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So you get into this panel, and you pretty instinctively understand everything that you see. There's nothing nearly so weird as what you were dealing with on the gate. So you are very comfortable with this, very confident in the way you deal with it, and you're able to just shut down and reboot all of the systems completely in such a way that it gets you all the way through every block, and all of the systems come back online, except for the engines, because there is a physical fault right now that needs to be dealt with. And that is reported to you on the system. It shows that there's some kind of blockage in the engine.
Edwin, what happened?
Ah!
I'm gonna go run over there.
Okay.
I just imagine that being like, you're like, okay, flip this way, and that would be like, just as I hit my leg, you're like, okay, everything's good except for the engines. What's gonna? Ah!
Yeah.
What in the world?
Plus, I knew that Edwin was on the engine already.
Yeah.
That's where he went.
Yeah.
So I knew to ask him directly.
Yeah.
I'm alive. Nothing's broken except for my pride.
Well, your computers disagree.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, can I see what's wrong with the engine?
You can see that there is something that is like a mechanical piece that is stuck, and until it is able to move freely, it will, like, the engine's just not going to be able to operate.
Can I get it to
Isaac,
move?
you're a super soldier with lightning.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Yeah. That will be a stone challenge if you want to attempt it.
Okay. Can I use my genetically modified? Oh, son of a gun.
Good luck
Really?
with that.
Okay,
Let's
can I
see.
use genetically modified? Because I'm extra strong from the program.
Yes.
Okay. Can I use phaser? Because I can get into another part of the system and work from a different angle.
Yeah, you'd be able to partially
Um,
phase into it.
Can I use Master of the Art Caster and use some of my like lightning and storm based powers to kind of give it an extra boost?
Yeah.
Yes.
Clear out some of the gunk, burn it out.
Just burn.
Stop blowing holes in my
2.
ship. Oh, 2.
3.
Oh. Woo.
One of those was a weave, I take it.
There were 2 weaves.
Nice.
I got it.
So how many did you end up with there total?
3. I ended up with 3.
Okay, perfectly done.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
you are pushing your way through, and you manage to phase partway in, and just kind of use this raw strength to shove this piece into motion again. And you feel something in there kind of give way. Something apparently there had been some kind of fluid buildup that had just solidified somewhere in the system partially, and it was blocking. And it had been still running, but once it stopped, it wasn't going to start back up again until this was taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And so you managed to get the engines back online.
Okay, Edwin, we got it. Go, 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 go.
Awesome. Okay.
And you are just like heading back into the bridge of the ship when over the edge of one of the nearby larger asteroids you see this ship just drift up into view. Very clear pirate markings. It's not one that they're trying to hide it. In fact, you recognize these markings, Edwin. You've dealt with these guys before.
Yeah, I do.
The ship is, they call it the Dog of War, and you know that they are
Lousy name.
Yeah, you know their captain is a guy by the name of Gory Butler. You don't know what his real name is.
Oh,
Everybody
Gory
just calls him
Butler.
Gory.
course.
And he's a big nasty guy who is known for unnecessary roughness, and he isn't just in this for the money. He's in this because he's a cruel person who likes hurting people.
Naturally.
And he likes taking things from people. And so even if he were to leave you alive, he would probably try to take everything you have and leave you pretty battered. And that's on a good day.
Oh, crap! Okay. I'm in pain. I'm hobbling back up to the cockpit. Okay, that's what I was looking for earlier that I couldn't find.
Because you were able to get all of the systems back online in time, and because that was such a crazy epic success, I'm gonna say that you might have the chance to get somebody into the gunner's seat and get a bead on the Dog of War before they would be able to get a bead on you if you want to attempt that.
Marksman.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Dante,
Yeah.
you said you're a marksman. Jump in the gunner's seat.
When did I say that?
When you introduce yourself, get in the gunner's seat. Anybody else has skills with gunning?
So would I? Quick question.
I'm a
So,
gunner.
We've been around for some hours together now. It might have come up in conversation somewhere.
so quick question. Would I have like a moral dilemma right now because it's something I always try and do things through like peaceful means, but
Yeah,
I also
you know
know
what?
this-
I'll give you an enticement for that if you want to not go to the gunner's seat. Like if you want to be like, no, maybe we can resolve this without
but
violence.
do I know who this guy is? Because like I know pirates and nobles and blah 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 and stuff.
You might have at least heard the name, and you might be kind of familiar.
Here's a question: since I'm a marksman, do I know where to shoot a ship to not kill it, but to like disable it?
It
do I
depends
have
on the
that?
model of ship. I'd say that would be like a knowledge check to know specifically this one. You'd have to make a flames check. But if you, what I'm saying is, if you don't, an enticement is that I will give you a card that you will be able to use later to help with certain kinds of rolls or that sort of thing. If you, since you prefer non-violent solutions, if you don't go over to the gunnery seat at all, I'll give you the card. Let's see, do I tell you what card?
No.
Yeah, I don't. It's just. But basically, if you take an enticement and you redeem it later, that will let you heal a strike from your character, or add an additional die to a challenge roll, or if it's a check of the same suit, you can reduce a challenge by the amount shown on the card. So if you're making a check that is the same suit of this card later on, you can redeem it and it'll reduce the difficulty by that much.
Do I get cool stuff if I try and resolve it by just disabling the ship?
No.
If he declines the enticement, he has to pass the check.
Yeah, if you decline the enticement, you have to pass the check on the card I'm offering you before you can even try your own regular check.
Okay, so no matter what, I need a roll.
Well,
If you
have
take
to
the
decide.
enticement and you don't do it violently, then you get the card, you get the bonus. If you decide, I'm going to try and do it, like disabling him, then you have to take the skill check for the card. And then you can go, okay, I'm going to disable him, and then take the skill check for
Trying to
disabling him.
disable them ultimately is still violence. That's resorting to violence, and before you've tried to talk to anyone. So I'm going to say that, like, that's still would, like, you'd have to try to pass this enticement before you can try to make the check, or you can just take the enticement and be like, there's probably a non-violent solution to this.
Take the enticement.
Like,
Okay. I'll take the enticement.
all right, that is good for you because look at what this enticement is.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Gale challenge 4.
I don't see it.
It's in the
It's on the Roll20 board.
Roll 20.
I see a serpent. The storm.
Zoom out.
It's the really big one.
Oh, okay. Challenge.
There you go.
You
Cool.
should be able to,
What is it?
You should be able to right-click and click Take Card on that.
Take it.
Oh, snap.
Take it.
Save changes.
It should
Right click or
have
left? It's a left click or right click?
right-click.
MacBooks don't have a right click, and the control click isn't working.
Oh,
Ha! Sucker!
I don't know how you handle that.
Can you make it smaller and just put it by Chris's?
I mean, I could, but that's I just click with 2 fingers.
Oh, there. Okay, good job, David. Usually it's just control. Usually it's just control. That's what I was like.
Nah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's Roll20.
Roll20 probably has some other use for that is, but anyway. It was kind of funny that it got rotated at some point before you.
Yeah, that was me trying to like figure out.
I will take the card this direction.
Yes.
Nope, give the card.
taking the wonky card. Okay.
So, what was the Gale level 4? What does that mean?
That means that if you are making a Gale's check later, and you redeem that card for it, then its difficulty is reduced by 4.
Okay.
Just basically
So
Which
basically, you
which
could
means
like
you-
auto succeed a
Yeah,
Gale's
which
check.
means, like, if you use that
What are
on
Gale's checks?
Perception
Your
check,
dex,
anything to do
your
with dex, anything like
sneakiness.
that, anything that uses
Perception.
anything I judge that uses dex, like I would say generally firing a pistol is probably a dex kind of thing. Like sneaking around, perception checks, anything like that. So that card is basically an auto success for anything, or if you don't want to use it that way, you can also use it as to heal a strike from yourself if you get a strike in a scene that you want to get rid of, or you can use it to add an additional die to another suit's challenge roll. So
You guys should help me know when I should use it.
yeah,
We'll let you know.
yeah.
Use it now! Use it now!
Which may not even be tonight at this rate, given
Yeah.
we had a
Yeah.
late and slow start, and so we may be going into session 3 on Weave, but
I'm okay with that.
Wow.
for
Okay.
what was intended to be a one shot.
Yeah.
So as I'm hobbling back, I'm like, Dante, you're supposed to be you're good at gunning, right? Never mind, I'm gonna do it myself.
I'm sorry, my friend. I don't know how to.
Right, I'll forget this. Go pilot the ship. Just steer us away from it. I'm gonna run down
I
the
know how to do
gunners.
that. So
Yeah.
it does like I did patrols in the Navy.
Yeah, the view screen is.
Unless someone
taken
else
up-
can do it better.
Yeah, the view screen is taken up as you are hailed by the ship, the Dog of War.
Au revoir. So is he sitting at the controls then?
It's up to you guys where if you're.
Isn't Liza a pilot?
No. Liza is not a pilot.
I mean, I'm not a pilot either. It just says that I did patrol, so I figure like I was in a ship in my patrol.
In the Navy, yeah.
Yeah. Edwin's probably the best pilot out of all of
Oh,
them.
Apparently the best gunner too. Golly, you just do everything.
Yeah. Although the fact is, like by default, Dante would probably be as good a pilot because I said piloting would be Gale's, and since he's Gale's suit, he automatically starts with 4 on anything Gale's. So
It's true.
So could I like me trying to outrun that ship be like a Gale check?
it would be, yes.
Okay, so
Draw
I'm gonna send
challenge cards.
I'm gonna send Dante up to the front deck, to the cockpit, and I'm gonna be like outside the door of the gunnery station and pull up freaking Gory Butler's face on the wall panel in front of me just before I go in. Gory, what's happening, man? Long time no see. What do you want?
He's just like,
Oh, it's empty.
one here. Good to see you.
Yeah, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Just going to take your ship and everything you love.
I'm having a problem with this.
I thought you might.
This is not gonna work for me. Can we try this another day?
No, I think today is best for me.
Oh, it just doesn't work for me. This is
Gotta
terrible.
really-
I got strangers on board. They don't have anything, so it's all stuff, all my stuff that you're stealing. Yeah, it's just not gonna work for me.
You have to understand, we have a very busy docket on the Dog of War. So many people to rob and kill.
Yeah, I
It
know.
really has to be taken care of right now. You understand.
I know it's just business, and so is this. Jump into the gunner scene. Bam!
Hey, just in case things go south, can I get ready to maybe try and outmaneuver and like outrun him?
Yes, please.
And I can just use my
Keep
minus
you
one.
I have my spider silk body glove on,
Okay.
so
And
I'm like
I'll-
practically invisible.
I'll get ready to do that just in case.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see. We need to figure out exactly how a gunnery check would work here.
Yeah,
On the
right.
one hand, it seems like it should be Gales, but I could also see an argument for Stones, just because it is, like, it's not your
Damaging.
personal strength, but like
Sure.
when it comes to anything,
Recoil
with
of the
it's-
Recoil the gun. No, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
Boom!
When it comes to anything with a ship, I feel like so much of it ends up being either gales or flames, but I want to try to diversify it a little bit so it's not just like.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm the best pilot. Too.
But I don't know. Even in the rule book, it even specifically specifies like gales
Yeah,
being
flames.
like a ranged weapon, and so something
Sure.
like this would basically classify. Yeah, let's call it gales.
Okay. You do somebody? You're gonna back? Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I have Gunner, which means I'm awesome at shooting, and I'm also gonna use that Dirty Fighter. I plan to survive, and thus I've trained myself in the art of killing others using whatever means necessary.
Shooting first. Pretty dirty.
So is this. Okay.
Edwin shot first.
S. Always. Okay.
Come on,
So
Edwin.
3 plus the Gunner plus the Dirty Fighter. So, and I'm gonna call upon the spirits to guide my bullets. Just kidding. 2! Exactly 2! Wow!
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, so you leap into the gunner's seat and you take aim and you fire off a quick volley, and these glowing bursts blast forward into the Dog of War. And I'll say because of Dirty Fighter, you were specifically targeting their engines so that they like to try to disable them and make it harder for them to follow you. You're not going to be able to, with a single volley, you're not going to be able to do enough damage that they won't be able to fix it, but you might slow them down a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
I'm good with that. I'm okay with that.
so
Would have been better, but I jumped in the seat wrong and whacked my leg again. That's why it's not epic. Yeah.
oh, that's right.
Oh, I didn't
You
say, I
have,
didn't
you
say
have
that.
a Gale
Dang it.
Strike.
Dang it!
Oh,
Dang it!
I believe that strike loses you a die.
Does.
So it should have only been 4.
Wait.
Would you like
Yeah.
to roll?
I think I'm gonna have you re-roll that.
Dang it! I'm terrible at rerolls.
If you think you can apply anything else to your roll, then
That's what
no,
I'm
but
looking at.
that strike will start you with one less than you.
I'm afraid of the dark.
Yeah. Oh. Can I assist?
How would you assist in that?
I'm not sure how you would assist with, like him targeting. That's,
Face to the side of the ship.
because we're trying to escape, correct?
mhm.
So I want to use coordinated to because I'm still. Maybe I could sneak back to the control panel and activate a disguise mechanism. So even if he misses, we're harder to follow.
That would be its own check. That would not be an assist on this. That would be its own check.
Okay.
If an assist on this, if you get to a control panel, I'd say maybe you could, use a flame, not a full check, but just you could assist by maybe temporarily boosting the targeting system somehow. That's about the only excuse
Oh,
I can
okay.
come up with.
I could do that, and I could use Knowledge Addict to do that.
Yeah, I'll let you assist if you
Okay,
do that.
there it is.
Sweet.
Don't give me a strike, Daniel.
So you will...
That would bump it back up to 5.
Yeah, you start with 2 because of the strike, and this not being your suit.
Yep.
And then you get 1 back from assist, 1 from pilot, 1 from
Gunner.
dirty fighter. Or not pilot, from gunner.
Yeah, gunner.
and 1 from
Gunner, dirty fighter. So do we want to count that to 5, or do you want me to re-roll?
I'll let you take that since you were able to still get to 5.
Okay.
I'll let
So I'm
you
willing
just
to
take
re-roll.
what
That's
you were
fine. So.
Yay!
I just totally forgot you had a strike. In this
I did too
sequence.
until I jumped in the seat and I said that. I'm like, oh, that's right. That's not good.
Yeah.
Did flames check, then I really would have been in trouble. So that's even better. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, you were able to do just enough damage to their engines that it might slow their pursuit a little bit,
Sweet.
and
I'll take it. Yell up to my risk communicator. Dante, get us out of here!
And I just punch it.
okay, yeah, still on
Punch it, Jimmy.
still on the communication. Gory's just like, oh, that was a bad move, One Ear.
I just wrecked my leg. I whacked it with a giant wrench. Leave me alone.
Now I want to turn on the cloaking,
All
by
right,
the way,
that'll be
as we're fleeing.
okay. I'll say you probably do have a cloaking device on the ship. You're rich enough, and like a prep,
Why, thank you.
a prepper. So I'll say you have the hardware there to actually accomplish this.
Sweet. I will take it.
Mm-hmm.
Hit,
And,
hit the button. It says cloak.
yeah, I'm not gonna make you make a check for that. I think that's just it's probably in the systems right now.
It's a big red button. It says cloak. It's like the Staples Easy button. Just
Yeah. It's got like a sticky note above it that says escape or something.
Yes.
This is my button, see?
Nice.
Using my little dragon.
Play with your dragon.
that
Hit
I
the
got.
button.
All right, so Zvis, you are going to try to pilot away. I'm going to give you a Gale challenge. 2 for that.
Which you start with 4 because you're Gales.
Yeah,
So,
Gale is your focus
Right.
suit. So.
can I add my what's that one? That one where I'm
Were you a fantastic pilot?
Yeah, when I was
The Navy
always
thing.
vigilant because I was on patrols.
Yeah, I'll let you use that.
Could I also use? I mean, it says keen-eyed rumors of the orations. Keep me alert at all times, and then the small details others do not. Why not?
Not so much.
Huh?
No, not that one.
Okay. Well, I'll just do vigilant.
Okay, so that'll give you 5.
Okay. So 5 DW, right?
Yep.
Yes. Ooh.
No!
What happened? What happened? What happened?
2 strikes and nothing.
No!
It's painful.
Wait, was I supposed to use my card on this, or?
You didn't have to.
Use your what?
Your card.
Oh, you could have, but you.
Rolled instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, where it was a challenge rating 2, I wouldn't have called use your card.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we really wanted to like win the game.
Yeah.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, so you're a little rusty. You haven't been behind the stick on a ship like this ever, and you haven't been behind any stick in quite a while. But it's familiar enough that you're able to recognize how it works, but you're just a little too slow on the draw, and you're kind of trying to wrap your head around the controls, and you just aren't quite able to get away quickly enough. You are trying to fly the ship as just evasively as possible and get behind asteroids and that sort of thing. You clip one of the smaller asteroids, and
What was that?
Yeah, there's a heavy rumble through the whole ship.
I'm gonna get. Oh!
And they'll say that there is a burst of flame from not far away from where you are. You
In the ship?
yes,
Or outside of the ship?
in the ship.
Oh.
The systems are damaged enough that there's a burst of flame that catches you, and you get some. You manage to throw yourself out of the way, mostly. But it still clips you in the shoulder enough that you have some pretty nasty burns on your shoulder. I'm going to call that a stone strike. That if you you're not going to want to be lifting anything, because it'll move everything around there and it'll feel real rough. So. But yeah, so they are. You're now again drifting a little bit, and no one's at the controls right now because that kind of threw you out of your seat. And Gory's just laughing from over the communicator.
Shut up, Corey!
I want to run over to the controls and use my art casting to put out the fire.
Okay. That'll be a flames check.
Don't have.
Can I use Master of Art Casting?
Yes.
Can I use Pyrotechnician?
Sure.
Because I know how to use fire, I would know exactly what to do to put it out.
Sure, yeah.
More fire!
Flame challenge 2.
Oh baby!
Hey,
Okay.
Chris, what's your special ability, Chris?
Signature move?
Yeah. That's what I meant.
No
It's a teleporting.
way!
Oh, that's right.
What happened?
I got 3 Brooks, and 3 strikes.
Ah!
That's an epic fail.
Oh no.
The challenge level
I'm gonna have to fly this thing.
the challenge level is 2 or more above your successes rolled. So so let's see. I just have to figure out what that means for you now.
Crap!
You'll take the strike first of all, but
Quit blowing holes in my ship!
For real.
Ah, my man.
So about that Terralith game next week.
this is where everything ends.
Shoot.
We just died.
Only 2 sessions after all.
It was,
Let's see,
it was kind of a one shot. We got one shot.
I only
and
took
we
one
died.
shot.
I gotta figure out how this goes wrong.
Somewheres. Light my chair on fire.
I'm gonna say that your art casting to attempt to put this out was to try to functionally shift the air around in such a way that it should have removed the oxygen from the fire. But your aim is just a little bit too high, and instead it sucks more oxygen into the fire, and the fire just bursts outward with the sudden added fuel.
Is there a fire extinguisher?
There probably
Yes, there's
is.
one every 5 feet. I'm a pepper. Put that sucker out.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
There's a button on the wall called fire. Just push it. I should have labeled that differently. It's either put out the fire, start the fire, open the fire. I don't know what's gonna be. Just push the button.
I'm gonna say, this being a since strikes last for the scene, I'm gonna just call that a Brooks strike because that was seen by the crew on the Dog of War, and they're laughing at you now. You're not gonna be you're gonna have a harder time if you try to talk to them in any way. If you try to intimidate them,
Be
or if you try
intimidating because
Lost your street cred.
to- they're like, yeah. But this being an epic fail means that you also might receive a consequence.
Yeah, you're never touching anything in my ship ever again. That's a consequence. Just had this thing detailed, and
Crap.
it's pretty again.
oh man, I know the consequence that I would have thrown out
I
there.
love this
What's
game.
that?
I don't want to say it.
What is it? I may or may not
One
be-
of us. One of us.
Because I'm hunted, one of my flaws, I assume that the government of Io has a bounty out for me. So if the crew of the Dog of War sees me trying to put out this fire, they could recognize who I am and come after me specifically for that
Even just
bounty.
that she's an art caster.
That's more of a story thing than a consequence. A consequence is basically here, you get a new flaw that lasts for the rest of the game.
Oh,
unless
okay.
unless something is done to remove it. Say you dive out of the way of a car but epically fail to dive, you may receive a broken leg as a consequence, and that's something that's really going to stick with you beyond a scene.
Gotcha.
And so it could be removed if you got medical attention, that sort of thing. But so I'm trying to figure out what you get here that is
Epically failing consequence. Oof.
Fear of fire.
That's bad.
I can control it, but I am terrified of it.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
Burns off half your hair.
Fear of helping.
Fear of helping. I need some help in here. ask for help.
Fear of fear.
Fear of fear itself.
Yeah.
What's going on up there?
I'm going to say that this wasn't like just a failure of you placing it too high. It was also that something in your arc casting is kind of short-circuiting a little bit. You're not sure why, but that you are having like your arc casting is unreliable, so you will take the consequence. Unreliable arc casting. That you
Where do I?
put it in notes if you can. It says I can add notes, but it's not letting me, so. It's like,
a
tap here
glitch.
to enter notes. I'm like, I am tapping here.
Okay,
My tap
what
is
am I
broken.
doing?
Unreliable arc casting. And just no further description. That'll just be the
That's it.
yeah for now.
Is only Daniel's
like
character able to
something
talk
that's-
to the pirate, or can any of us?
Anybody can talk.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
After all this shenanigans, I might try talking, since I'll try and resolve things peacefully.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll say that like some of the fire you were trying to put out, you kind of like absorb it back into yourself with that burst. There is this like it sucks into you,
Oh.
and you feel like this heat all through your body, and you are not sure what to do. You just like it feels very strange, and it feels like it's shifted things around, and you are a lot less confident in your arc casting than you were.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
And,
I kind
Over
of
the-
like. I'm gonna like kind of like fall to my knees and just kind of like. Oh, bad.
Well, can I get up and
And I'm
like
just
hit
kind of
the?
shaking.
Can I hit the fire extinguish button?
yeah. Yes. Yeah, you activate some fire extinguishers and pretty quickly get those fires out. And yeah.
Why are we using fire extinguishers? What's going on up there?
Yeah. over the comms, you just continue to hear Gory laughing.
Can
Shut
I
up,
try
Gory!
can I sit in the driver's seat again and try and talk to Gory really quick?
Sure.
And since I did negotiating, if I roll anything, could I get like a? I don't know. Like, does that help if I try and like persuade him?
It'll give you an extra die, probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
this will be Brooks, and it will give you an extra die. You start with 3,
That's a roll I could have used.
since you have not taken a Brooks strike, so you don't have to worry about losing anything.
I should be talking to him too, but I can't think of how to convince someone who just likes to hurt people to not hurt people.
Yeah,
Like, that's what he wants.
probably the best way to deal with him, as far as that goes, would be to try to intimidate him. He's
Yep.
I'll try to intimidate.
Mhm.
With your scars too, you might be able to do it.
Yeah. So I don't know if I will do this, but I was gonna try and just like, do people like? I'm not like a huge known
Who
bandit,
hurt you?
but like since would people like know like if you say like, oh yeah, I've worked with the government, and I have all these different calculations for different gate routes and stuff, you know. And they're probably not doing too well since the gates aren't working. They're like, hey, we're just trying to fix the gates right now. I also have all these different type of gate like coordinates I can just give you right now if you just leave us alone. And we're gonna try and fix the gates anyways, and you know, later on you can come back after the Manticore and settle your little score. But you know,
What the? Just shush.
I haven't said this yet. I'm just saying like
yeah.
that's my thought process. Is like just like, hey man, you need the kids working too. I've worked with the gates and stuff.
You
Yeah.
can try. It's
Just call. Just say it.
like it wouldn't be a check yet to just say that. Like it would just.
Well, so here's another thing. That when we got our mission to go investigate this gate stuff, it was pointed out to us by the guy who gave it to us that this is kind of information that is sensitive. Like, people have disappeared over this, and if we lead with that, then it might make us more of a target, especially with cutthroat, bloodthirsty pirates.
It would make us more of a target because...
Because people are disappearing who go to investigate the gates.
Yeah, just that information that we're working on the gate problem could, get back to other people and get them on our tail, even if we get past Gory Butler.
Well, I could just try.
I want to try the intimidation thing too. I could do that.
I could just
give that a try.
In worst case scenario, I'll just use my card and fly away.
Yeah.
And Gwendo is the party's Brooks specialist. That's her focus.
Yep.
Like talking to people is her
Oh, cool.
thing. So that would be easiest for her to handle, probably.
Yeah. And it's typically more like diplomatic, open-minded, but I think that this will be a little bit different. So, would I have any sort of inclination as to Gory Butler's savageness, just as a pirate, or?
You at least are getting a strong impression that he's a pretty nasty fellow. Like I don't know that you necessarily would be familiar with him.
Yeah. Okay. So thinking of this kind of pirate reminds me of the brutality of the Dead Earth tribal people that scarred me. And I am fearless, but also driven by that. And so I go up to the screen wherever the readout takes me up. And Butler, you do not want to mess with what this has produced. And you may make it onto this ship, but if you do, you may not make it off.
Ooh.
Right.
I was going to say something after that, but I'm not going to.
It's just
It's a strong lead.
Oh no, my audio is not working.
oh no.
We still hear
It's
you.
not
You're
working.
just a little choppy.
It looks like my Discord is working, but I can't hear you guys.
Ah!
Oh
You
no.
hear me?
I hear you.
Hello?
So I thought the fearless and the enthusiastic anthropologist, and okay, good. That's good. Then I'll just talk to you. and I'm Brooks. So does that get me up to 6?
I think that should. I don't know if she grabs at the moment, but
Liza's over here nodding.
yeah.
Hey, there's everybody back.
Hey! Welcome back.
Yeah.
Ah, yay.
Actually, I should say.
Now we're back. Now we're back.
Yeah, I was gonna say we never.
Okay.
Yeah. Eh,
Shall I roll?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Oh,
Challenge 4.
come on, Brooks.
Yes!
Reroll those
You've already
wings.
got it, but you've got 2 rerolls as well.
Okay.
Nice.
I
If you
am amazed that actually that is fantastic.
Yes.
He feels bad and flies into an
If it
asteroid.
was based off of pure role playing, we'd be dead. But yay for rolling.
He's intimidated by your stars
Yeah,
more than anything else.
Yeah.
yeah. You get the impression like you see just a hint of surprise and a little bit of fear in Gory Butler's face. He tries to cover it over pretty quickly after that, but he's not laughing anymore. That's for sure. And he just kind of stares at you, narrows his eyes. Well, who's to say I have to board your ship with anyone on it? Why don't I just blow a hole in the side, watch as you're all sucked out into vacuum, and then come aboard and take whatever I want?
Am I past the negotiating stage? Because he seems very...
It's up to you at this point. I'm not like enticing you to do
Aggressive
anything now.
negotiation.
You can jump in if you want.
How long would it take for me to run back and switch places with Edwin?
Not long.
Okay.
You'd be able to get over there.
Would you rather fly or have me shoot?
It's up to you.
How good was my...
You'd probably be better at shooting.
Okay. I'll run back and say, Edwin, go fly.
Okay. Climb out of the chair. Start hobbling up to the front.
I'm just still kind of crumpled up on the floor.
Did you see your dashboard?
What did you do? You're all fired.
Sorry, Shar, if you're still going to be talking, or should I just take the shot?
I've been stewing a little bit, but about what to say to Mr. Gory. I think that I would say something like, well, then we just have to see if you'd be able to survive that as well.
I'm already prepping a shot.
Like, Gory, you know what I can do. You don't know what these guys can do. Do you want to risk that?
It's like,
When you say that, I think you should emphasize Shara's face.
Yeah. You want to risk that? Push the button to her face.
yeah. And
Flip it back to me like, Gory, you can save this for another time. We'll both be happy about this.
yeah, he looks like he is considering his options. But
Can I take a shot at like something that could hurt their ship even more? That would like a gun or something.
yeah, you can still see where the previous shot left its damage. Another shot there would do much more damage because it's already through the outer hull. So if you wanted, that's like pretty much a weak point now.
Should I hold?
Hold your fire, hold your fire, hold your fire.
And
As soon as you fire, he's just gonna come after us.
But if I hit his engine again.
He'll come after us even harder whenever he gets this engine fixed. Hold your fire for now. Just target it. Just get it like lined up right there.
I'm ready. Just the second like anything moves weird, I'm gonna take a shot.
yeah.
And I'm vigilant.
Decide how. Yeah. I'm trying to decide how Gory reacts here. I think I'm just gonna do what I do in D&D and roll a die real quick to see how I feel. Okay. Nope. Did we lose?
Yeah. You back?
I just came back in because the audio dropped again.
Ah,
No, it's
I'll
yeah.
get out.
Crazy technical
sorry about all
difficulties.
the technical difficulties.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you see that Gory is definitely he felt like he had the upper hand coming in here because he has a bunch of pirates, he has firepower on his side, he has like the element of surprise, and he's a lot less certain about everything right now than he was. but he thinks for a few moments. He seems to be looking back over his shoulder at some of his men, and as he turns back, you can see his eyes harden. All right then, hardball it is. Open
Take
fire.
the shot. Alright, take the shot. I've been prepped to take a shot. I've been prepped to take a shot.
Yes.
Okay, take the shot. Make a
Open fire. Yes,
make a
you will.
Gales check.
So I'm already at 4?
Dude, use your card. Make it a
Yeah,
use your card.
I'm using my card. I'm using my card. I'm using my card.
How is the
Make
die?
this shot count.
Alright, so the way I'm going to say that you can't reduce it to 0, it would be kind of fun to make it an auto success. I'll just say you reduce it to 1 success. You start at 4.
And then I have a sharpshooter, so that's 5, right?
5.
Can I add in with like being at the cockpit, using my gunner trait to help my targeting system lock on more
Sure,
refined?
and I'd say you can even like very, very slightly maneuver the ship just so that it makes the shot a little more.
Oh yeah!
Oh, here's
Oh,
the
there it
question.
is!
Could I use Gift of Dusk? It says weird energies beyond the cloud transformed me. I feel the flow of the void around me, and on occasion I can direct it to manifest in mystical ways.
Sure, yeah, I'll let you have that.
Whoa.
Come on, Chris.
So if I don't get this, I feel really mad.
Yeah, especially since it's been reduced down to 1. I will gut you because you probably get strikes all over the place. I know. Kill
Okay,
me too.
so D6, right?
Yeah.
6 strikes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I re-roll again, just in case? Or for
Reroll
fun?
that
Yeah,
too.
you don't have to, but you will. It's already an epic success.
Okay,
But, you
but
can just
Do
for
it
the
anyway.
Do
moment,
it anyway, just for flourish. Yeah, 2.
2 or 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, still an epic
Yes.
success.
Okay.
So,
Before I should I just say it didn't have to be this way.
okay.
You brought this on yourself, Corey.
So as you fire,
gonna get one of
you
these.
reach out to the void, this strange energy that you can feel, and all of you see that these tentacles of darkness just sort of coalesce and like lock Gory's ship in place. They wrap around it and they grip his like weapons systems on his ship, and you just see them like bending out of the way as they are destroyed by the pressure of this void energy. And the ship is like clearly buckling under the pressure of this void energy, and as you take the shot, it's almost like in slow motion. You see this bolt of light firing forward, dead center, right into the middle of the previous pockmarks where Edwin fired earlier, and you see this bloom of fire come out, like a little miniature, almost mushroom cloud-looking thing. That then slowly you just start to see lines of fire all through the hull of the Dog of War, and there's
Just
a
before,
long...
sorry, I was gonna say just before, like I see Flame in his cockpit, I go, "I'll talk to you on the other side."
Ooh.
And communications go dark just like a moment before you see this burst of flame coming into the bridge on the Dog of War, and you see a look of horror and abject fear on Gory's face. Maybe a little bit of the fear that he has dealt out throughout his career coming back to bite him. And you see this webbing of fire from inside the ship start to just network its way around the hull before it bursts apart in this blast of flame. The whole ship goes up, and you see the flame for just a few seconds before it is completely swallowed by the void. There isn't even any debris. Nothing is left.
Whoa!
Gory Butler may as well have been erased from the universe.
Sitting in the cockpit, I was just,
Remind me not to get on your bad side.
Can we do like the little Percy thing where like there's like smoke coming out of me a little bit?
Yeah, little
me up.
tendrils of darkness are coming out from Zavis. And I think that's probably a good place to call it for the night.
I thought that'd be a fun thing to the pacifists. Fun counterbalance.
Yes.
Like, we shouldn't fight, rage, murder, kill.
Yeah. It's just like, we shouldn't fight, but you made us fight. I'm a fight.
I ain't starting this, but I will finish it.
It didn't have to be this way.
Yeah, that was a good. Oh man.
Wow. This is a great game.
Like, Weave is such a cool little engine for storytelling.
I know,
love this.
Wow.
Are we done with that scene as well then?
Sure. I mean, the rest of the way is probably just traveling before you
Really
actually
quiet.
Yeah, like before you actually
No
reach the
conversation.
coordinates, it's just
Edwin
travel
looked-
time. So
like over shit.
yeah.
I was really hoping there's gonna be.
Edwin hobbles
I was
along.
hoping there was gonna be
fixing
damage
stuff.
because then I was gonna go back and loot the destruction so I can find stuff to repair my ship.
Yeah.
Destroying crap all over the place.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
You could.
Go reset everybody's strikes for next time.
Imagine up to when we reach our destination, I'm just gonna sit quietly with my knees curled up like this,
Yeah.
So,
kind of like, oh.
are you like psychologically like hurt or just physically?
Huh?
A little bit of
Okay,
both.
yeah.
Good ball.
Yeah.
There's
Ladies, very
something going on that was.
Because
It's
we
fascinating.
don't have to do it now, but like psychiatrist that says I can heal psychic trauma and mental damage and help soothe fears
Ooh.
Nice.
and calm
Could
others.
that maybe help me erase the consequence?
It could be a step
If we
towards
implement
at
it.
least.
Okay.
Man, that was intense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thought we were gonna die.
I totally thought we were gonna die.
Honestly, if he had boarded the ship, I was ready to use my signature move.
Yeah.
Nice. Back and forth, back and forth. Man,
That was fun.
that is
Yeah, that
intense.
was-
Ah.
Good place to stop. Man.
This is
Oh, yeah.
being like a mini campaign instead of.
I'm okay with that. It's fun. It's just,
And that's fine. That's totally
Yeah.
fine. It's,
this is fine.
that was certainly a thing.
Wow, no kidding.
Guys, I lost my magic.
It's not
Lose it
lost.
entirely.
Or
It's
now it's
just-
unreliable.
It's just glitchy.
Yeah, it's not gone. There's just something weird and wrong about it that you are.
Come
So it's
from
basically like
mastery
a
down
new
to
flaw that I've picked up now that every time I use my art casting, it's going to be a little wonky.
For as long as you have that consequence, yeah, it will rob you of a die whenever you use.
My art
Which,
casting.
basically, since art casting is based on flames, it means it just knocks that back down to 3 DW right now by default before you add.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, I always love the random drama that can just kind of be generated by this sort of thing.
Right.
It's awesome.
Because like all I got from adding the serpent, it's just like pirate ambush. You trigger a thing that disables your ship's systems, and pirates ambush, and from that the rest of this game. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Corey Butler.
So cool.
Gone but not forgotten.
Look, I can move the card. Oh.
Rest
I was
in
gonna
peace,
say,
Corey
yeah, I've
Butler.
got the child of kissing.
Poor Corey Butler. Shouldn't have messed with the manticore.
Yeah.
As a child of kissing, I'd be like, respecting their paths. Ooh. Tapping on the music. Sorry.
Yeah.
Respecting their paths. What? This would be more like a speaking with the dead to help ferry him across to the other side type of a thing.
Yeah.
Or to say I told you so.
Oh, there's a whole lot of that. Oh, yeah. There's. I tried to warn you. I told you, man. I mean, you mess with me. You know what I'm capable of. You don't know what these guys are capable of. Now you know what they're capable of. Tried to warn you.
I'm sorry. I'm just here to help now. This is your own fault.
All we can do from here is, just carry on to the next side, the other side.
I still love. Is there like a fire extinguisher?
Of course there is.
Firebolt.
I didn't ask how big the room is.
That only works for forest fires.
Like, in fairness, the art casting should have worked just
Yeah,
fine.
I
The
know.
epic fail. It's real bad. It was a rough time.
I mean, I failed like what should have been super easy, like a 2 gale.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was only like a 2 flames check. And I'm flames.
You got burned.
I had 6 die and I got burned.
I feel like the difficulty curve in Weave is pretty sharp, where, like, if it's something like, this is a Flames Challenge 4, that's, like, borderline impossible. I'm amazed that anyone passed a 4 tonight. Like,
I know.
like that,
Yeah.
that
Intimidation check.
Gwendo intimidation was awesome.
For the win.
Fantastic.
Window.
Between the death
Oh my
and
gosh.
between the intimidation and then the follow-up
I
guiding
don't
shot. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Whew.
Can I just say I'm really proud of that realistic Liza that I did?
Yeah, that's really
That was cool. Yeah.
Because originally she was a white girl with red hair.
Yeah.
And I just took a marker
Yeah.
in paint and just had at it.
Nice.
And it turned out really well, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea what I even look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hurry and figure that one out, man. This is a good one.
Yeah. Before Daniel has to edit, put a portrait in.
Yeah, I gotta put up your picture. Gotta get a new name tag for you. All of the good stuffs.
All right, I'm gonna.
Oh,
save
you could be,
that away.
Bye, Craig.
Bye, Craig.
Bye, Greg!
Goodbye, Craig. Get.